Welcome everybody. Yes, JJ is doing the floss. Yeah, we
with my teeth.
that's the way we're gonna open up Proficiency Bonus tonight.
If you cut to our cameras quick enough, you'll see me with a bit of stuff between my teeth.
Oh, God damn it.
Welcome, friends, to another episode of Storm King's Thunder here tonight at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your Dungeon Master for this evening, and tonight we dive into episode 46 of Storm King's Thunder. And if you haven't got a chance to check out episode 45, Harshnag's Confidence, it is now available on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go over there, visit our YouTube, and subscribe while you're there, and check out all of our previous episodes of this campaign, and get yourself caught up and in the loop. But if you're joining us for the first time tonight, you don't need to be caught up to dive right into this adventure with our heroes tonight. So a couple announcements that I wanted to make really quick as a couple shout outs to some of our partners and our sponsors. I want to throw out a big shout out to Team MZ for all their support, Nightshade Creations and Many-Sided Dice for all their cool Dungeons & Dragons resources that they provide. We also want to throw out a big shout out to Dice Bard, our most recent sponsor, as they got some super cool dice on their website and other merchandise as well. If you go to dicebard.com, you can use the coupon code PROBO in the checkout to get free expedited shipping on your orders. So make sure you go check that out. I think they tweeted something today that they're coming out with dice bags now, and I think they're on sale for like $3. So
They used to have dice bags, but I think they sold out, so I think they're coming back in stock.
sweet,
Nice.
So if they're on sale for $3, that means if you use our promo code, you get it for free. Basically, you're getting the dice bag for free. Is basically what it's going to boil down to. So it's really cool. You're knocking basically almost $5 off of your order, just for using our coupon code. So make sure you check out Dice Bard. If you type in !Dice Bard in the chat, I believe, it will give you a link to their website where you can go check it out if anybody wants to try that out and make sure it's working. I'm hoping it does.
Got it.
Boom! Yeah, thank you, Christy. That works perfect.
I beat you.
I saw Matthew over there like with his phone. I'm like, oh, he's trying to get it. He's trying to get it. So you can click right on that link and it will take you over there. Also, we are helping to support Flying Horse Ducks milled metal 60-sided dice. And there it pops up. Matthew beat you to that. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the link to work correctly. So if you just copy and paste that website into your browser, it will take you to their Kickstarter where you can go ahead and give to that project. I think it only has 6 days left though. So if you want to be involved with that, go and check it out, and go in the next couple of days. You're going to have to go back it because it will close, and I don't know if they're going to have products available afterwards. So make sure you go back them. It's a pretty cool concept, pretty neat thing. And it's just it's a pretty cool name too, Flying Horse Duck. I think that needs to be one of your animal companions in the campaign, guys.
Do it.
The Flying Horse Duck. So awesome. So I think that is all of our announcements, except for our really big one. Well, I have two really big ones. We're actually only 11 followers away from the big 300, guys. So if you are watching our episode tonight, or you're tuning in for the first time, make sure you hit that follow button up there at the top. It's absolutely free to do so, and it does nothing but support and encourage us to keep on making great content for all of you. So we are almost to 300. We're knocking on the door, guys. So that is one of my big announcements. The other big announcement, unfortunately, Sarah isn't here to share it with us, but Sarah, who plays Ashlyn in this campaign, and also Solana in our Monday night campaign, is going to start running her own D&D adventure right here on Proficiency Bonus. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. She's going to start running Curse of Strahd. So everybody who would like to apply, we are doing an open casting call for new players right here on Proficiency Bonus. So I'm gonna go to the players screen so everybody can say hi. Everybody say hi to everybody. There we go. Hey, we got everybody. JJ's coming in here soon.
Still flossing.
He's still flossing. He's
Can we make a call? If we get 11 followers tonight, JJ will do the floss on camera.
Yeah, what about that? While eating an avocado?
No. Like an apple.
Yeah, classic. We're looking for 11 followers, and Curse of Strahd is going to be really big. It's going to air on Sunday nights on the channel here, and it's going to start in November. So we've got a few months to get that casting call out there. So you have plenty of time to apply. If you guys type in !Strahd in the Twitch chat, it will link you to the application. All you got to do is click on that link, and it will take you to a Google form. So it's super easy to fill out and submit to Dungeon Master Sarah, our newest Dungeon Master here on Proficiency Bonus. Other than that, does anybody else have any other announcements that we should make, or shout-outs for the beginning?
I do have a request.
All right, a request.
Are you guys interested in being on my next Mystic Hour episode when I get back from PAX? The boys?
The boys? Oh,
The boys?
Yes.
Yes?
If I ever stop flossing, yes.
Okay.
He's still flossing to this day.
You got my axe.
I will make sure I floss before Mr. Hour.
Yes, please do that beforehand.
Make sure I
Big
got
old piece of
everything.
leather.
Oh god, that's not how I want my podcast to go, but thank you.
Be careful.
Podcast on male grooming.
Be careful
I
when you
can
invite us
fuck
on.
my nose hairs. Dude, I bet that would be huge.
I regret everything.
She's like,
We can
wait
talk
a
about
minute.
mustache wax.
I take it all back. I take it all back.
I take it back too. You guys are uninvited. Just stay here. You're fine.
That's gonna be the least watched episode of Mystic Hour.
Okay.
Minus 2 viewers.
Yeah.
We'll make it better. JJ will eat a banana, peel and all.
Oh.
Why does it always have to be JJ eating something disgusting in everything that we do?
Because realistically, who else is going to do it?
That's true.
Disclaimer: this is not what Mystic Hour is actually about. I promise.
That's it. Totally.
Second disclaimer, this is solely what JJ's about.
Oh man, we're off to a good start already tonight, guys.
Yep.
Man.
Keeping it professional.
Keeping it very professional. I love it.
As the strange bard decides to murder Molfin tonight for no apparent reason, but...
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. I'll be on anytime you need me, Christy. So,
Agreed.
It'll be an honor. I'll have to clean myself up a little bit better for that show. I don't feel worthy.
That'll be in 2 weeks.
I come on the modifier. I just got up. My hair's a mess. I'm like, hey everybody, we're gonna do something here. I don't know what yet, but so it's great. So awesome. We're gonna dive into. We're just gonna have a very brief recap of last episode, as our party was rushed out of the city of Yartar. They were headed towards Everlund in search of a powerful wizard. As Molfin has been searching for a member. He's a member of the Harper's organization that Molfin is a part of. He was told a long time ago that he needed to seek out this wizard for some information and some intel. So that's where he's been headed, and kind of bringing the party along with them. They met a new adventurer after Moby's departure, Anastazius, who has taken the party by storm, so to speak, as he has really... has really struck a chord with Diana and Ashlyn upon his arrival, and we found out that he was a former good friend of Callista, and we found a little bit about their backstory together. Going on from Yartar, Harshnag helped to talk to Ashlyn, to talk to the party, to go towards another one of the giant relics that he's been seeking to give as an offering to the Oracle. They were able to secure a large, formerly magical spear tip from an ancient giant weapon. And with that in tow, they were able to make their way to Everlund, finding out that it is a bustling metropolis of mercantile... there's just merchants everywhere in this place. They got just about everything. And Molfin was able to acquire a magical wand, and Anastazius was able to knock down the price for some armor work for Diana and Lachlan. So that is where we left off that episode, as we were kind of imagining the party skipping through the mall on a Saturday afternoon evening, checking out all the shops and different things that they have in the marketplace here in Everlund.
It's like an episode of 16.
That's it. So
I must be old. I don't get that reference.
It's like a late 90s, early 2000s cartoon on like Cartoon Network or Teletoon or something. I'm not sure what the American equivalent would be.
Do you guys remember that old movie in the late 90s called Mallrats?
Yes.
I kept that. For some reason, I kept on thinking Mallrats. I don't know.
Give him the stink finger or whatever.
Yeah, they're really not here to... But yeah, it's not true. You guys are here to spend lots of gold. They were just hanging out. Yeah. So we're gonna jump right into our episode tonight. Anastazius, I want to remind you that you have the Nat 20 for this week. So you have that in your possession because our Twitch chat was generous to you last week. So, so we are now gonna dive in, and so the story is told. You are all in the marketplace, this large open area in the center of Everlund. It's kind of located in front of a keep type area, and this Everlund looks really nice. It's a well-kept city. The roads are wide enough to have large caravans come through. It seems like they do a lot of business here, and this place is doing well for itself, all things considered. So what would you guys like to do as you're still kind of perusing the marketplace?
I'm staying with my guy who has my gem, and I'm just keeping an eye out over there.
You're just watching him? Just kind of looking at him, like hanging out there?
Reading magazines or whatever, but like, keeping my eyes up.
Okay. Gotcha.
I have a couple things to sell. Very basic things, though.
Okay. Diana, one thing that you notice about the man that was sort of charmed by Anastazius is he gets to work on this stuff right away. Like, the stuff that he was working on, he just kind of tosses it off to the side. It's like, and he pulled a piece of splint mail like right off the shelf. One that he kind of looks at you, and he's kind of like squinting one eye just to try to see if it's going to be right for you. And then he takes it over, and he immediately gets to work. Casting a glimpse, trying to get a glimpse of Anastazius as he walks on off, unless he decides to stay. That's his choice.
Oh no, I'll be going with Callista.
Okay. So as he walks off, he's almost like he's got one eye on the armor and one eye on Anastazius as he's walking away. Callista's heading off to do some selling of merchandise. Lachlan and Molfin, do you guys have any thing in particular?
Molfin, seeing that Diana's not leaving the blacksmith, is probably going to start heading over towards a certain tower to seek to find Kronen.
All right. Are you going by yourself or taking one of your fellow compatriots with you?
Molfin will make an open statement and handle what you need to. I'm going to go speak to that gentleman about seeing about transport for us. If anyone would care to join, you're more than welcome.
Okay, we'll find you.
Yeah, I've got a couple things to buy, and then I'll catch up with you, Gramps.
But of course.
All right.
So apparently I wander off on my own again. Because nothing ever goes wrong when you leave Molfin alone.
Fantastic. We love it
Banking on the fact that you dropped that spelt scroll in front of Callista. That's all she's banking on right now.
All right. So Callista, Lachlan, and Anastazius. You're making your way through the busy marketplace. It's crowded with several people. But it's not pure chaos. It's really organized, the kind of marketplace they have. It almost seems like they have areas of vendors where they deal in specifics. So when you go to like an area, you can see there's all like grocery type items in one area. There's weapons and armor in another area. So it's all it's relatively well organized for most marketplaces that you've seen. What exactly are you looking to sell, Callista?
I have 2 long swords, 1 short sword, a hand crossbow.
Okay, hold on, slow down.
Yeah, that's about it. I think that's it.
Okay.
That I want to sell right now.
Since those are kind of simple items, we could just go ahead and I can tell you basically
that's fine.
what you'd roll in for those. That doesn't have to be a giant
Yeah, I kind of figured.
role-played scene for...
Yeah.
you said 2 long swords?
2 long swords, 1 short sword, 1 dagger.
The 2 long swords would probably get you about 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
The dagger is going to get you a gold piece. What else did you say?
Short sword.
Short sword is going to get you... Let's see. Where are you, short sword? Short sword is going to get you 5 gold pieces.
Okay, and then a hand crossbow.
And a hand crossbow is going to get you about 50 gold pieces. Hand crossbows are expensive.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to find a couple merchants who are willing to wheel and deal with you, and you're able to obtain that amount of coinage. Lachlan, was there anything in specific you were looking to sell?
Not selling, just picking up some basic staples.
Okay, so basic staples. Okay.
Yep. I need to buy a short bow and some bolts.
Okay.
Yes, bolts. The short bow is for short bow I lost, and then from
I have crossbow bolts. Do you need those?
You have a bunch of bolts?
I have 16.
I mean, I'll take it.
I thought you started the campaign with a short bow.
I did, and then I lost it in a battle.
Didn't you
I
break
dropped
it?
And then Sarvin just carried me away on his...
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. Yeah. Basically, for these standards, they're just going to be player's handbook prices for this.
Perfect. So I can just, because I guess, I'd be looking for those and some flasks of oil and rations. So I can just do some...
Awesome. Flasks of oil and rations are going to be... We'll just run that one right out of the player's handbook, since those aren't...
Love it.
You don't have to wheel and deal for those kind of items.
Yeah.
Those are going to be standard. So yeah, you're able to easily find those items here in Everlund. Especially standard adventuring gear is very easy. And
Great place.
With the tension in the air, with all that's been happening with the giants and things like that, it seems like weapons... Callista, you were able to get probably a little bit more money for your weapons. Because... People are starting to arm themselves a little bit for protection and to make sure that, if for some reason they're out and about and these giants they've been hearing about are going nuts, people are going to be armed.
Callista, we should become arms dealers.
I mean, we kind of have been.
Yeah. This is great.
I will hand the 76 gold I just got to Anastazius.
All right.
Thank you, my darling.
If you need more, just ask.
I tuck it away somewhere fun.
Nice. All right. Anastazius, is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
No, I've just been following Callista and Lachlan closely, paying close attention to just what they're doing, how they act.
Okay, gotcha.
Taking everything in.
Is this place, like, I guess this place would be, like, more magically inclined?
For most places that you've been, yes. And as you're walking through and you're thinking about this, I'm getting a lot of echo from somebody. Does anybody see?
Sorry.
I'm getting a little bit.
It's alright.
I'm going to plug in headphones.
Okay.
We're gonna get you a proper mic and a proper headset.
We're gonna do a GoFundMe for Zoss's microphone. We're gonna get you. You went robot on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. She's getting her headphones plugged in. She'll be good. All right. First of all, Callista and Lachlan, I want you to go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're walking
Absolutely.
Okay.
around.
Oh, look, I got bolts!
Ooh, nothing.
Yeah.
A whole lot of nada.
Callista's just looking around for some kind of place that would sell magic-oriented things. She's looking around desperately. And Lachlan, you notice as you're walking by a kind of like a grocery area that has a lot of fruits and vegetables out. You notice you're looking, and there's a wagon full of watermelons. And on the watermelons, there's this logo on it, and the logo says orange peel.
Oh! Oh, too soon! Too soon!
So yeah, it's like apparently the orange peel melon farmers are kind of a big deal, and they've got these watermelons all around Faerun that you can purchase, and apparently they got a really good reputation.
Well, I'll be.
Sauce's face right now.
I'm gonna try to buy one.
All right, yeah. The guy comes up to you. Hey, would you like one? How about two?
Absolutely.
How about two?
I'm a little guy. I can only, it's so much.
Oh, they're just a silver piece. A melon.
Ah, you got it. I'll flip him a silver piece.
And here, I'll give you a third for free.
All right.
Best melon you'll ever have. It's very tasty, Lachlan.
Wow.
It's probably the best watermelon you've ever tasted. It's juicy. It's flavorful. You can see where they get their reputation from.
Man, he should call himself Jolin Watermelon Peel. That guy was great.
Oh, God.
There are seeds in it. You have to spit one out occasionally. But, it's not like where you're just chomping into it and you're just, coughing them up. So it's all good.
Is there any places to find herbs for my pipe?
You gotta ask in the alleyway.
Actually, while you see Lachlan chomping down on this melon, you can see that there is it's like this. It's almost like a shelving unit kind of beside the grocer's place that has these small potted plants that all almost look the exact same, and they're each on a different step. And it looks like some people have already purchased a few of them. And as you come up to them, you get this aroma of mint that just envelops you almost. You're drawn to it. And the same guy that was helping Lachlan kind of slides over, seeing that you're kind of stopping in front. It's like, hey there, you interested in some mint herb? Huh?
Is it good for smoking?
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it's for. It's kind of it gives you the edge of tobacco, but with the beautiful smell of the mint. Oh, it's you won't have any other like it. It's great.
How much?
This one of these runs about 3 silver pieces.
And how many portions do I get out of one?
Usually it gets about 10 smokes.
Okay, I'll take 2 plants.
Ah, very good. 6 silver pieces, and he holds out the 2 plants towards you.
I will give him 6.
All right, so you have 2 mint plants for your herb.
Yeah.
Mint herb that you can try.
I
out.
still have Bryn Shander herbs as well. I'm just callecting at each stop we go.
You're just going around trying to collect all the local herb and everything that they got.
Yeah, Callista's a gardener.
Gardener.
Gardener. That's it. Excellent. Yeah. So Lachlan is chomping on a watermelon while he's got 2 others that he's rolling one around, and then he's got one under his arm.
This is the best. I love this city.
And just about that time, you guys notice, and you guys hear this sound as the crowd starts to move out of the way. Lachlan and Callista, you see, it looks like a crystal ball out in the middle of the road, and it has spider-like legs sticking out of the side of it, and it's kind of crawling around, and it looks like it's, if it had a head, it'd be like looking around left and right, and then starts to scoot around. Hey, move out of the way! This thing is rubbish. I tell you, it's rubbish. Ah, there it is. And you see this woman, very short woman, kind of old and curly hair, with this weird floral dress on, come like stumbling out of a tent. And she's like, oh, there's that thing. Oh my god, it's absolute rubbish. And she walks out and she's like, oh, what are you all looking at? Ah! And she picks up the crystal ball and it starts wiggling its legs, and then goes, and its legs disappear inside of it. Ah, that's what I thought. And she gets in and and then she closes the door of the tent as she disappears back into a purple and yellow tent. And you can see this sign in front that was really hard for Molfin to read, but Callista, you're kind of picking it up a little bit more. It says, Mystical Miss Margie's Magnificent Magical Enchantments. Written in this very cursive writing all across the sign. It almost overlaps because there's so many words.
Well, that is something I've been looking for. That was weird. I'm going to hesitantly approach the tent.
I'm joining. I'm intrigued.
All right,
So
Anastazius, are you headed in with them, or?
No, I know this woman's reputation. I'm on that side.
Okay,
Callista, would you be so kind to hand me your pipe?
Fine, I'll give it to him. Do you want the mint too, or do you want the usual?
The mint.
I'll give him a. Yeah, I'll give it to him.
So,
Don't smoke it all, and I'll go in.
she hands you the pipe and a plant.
I know
Alright.
what to do.
So Callista and Lachlan make their way inside the tent of Mystical Miss Margie's Magnificent Magical Enchantments. As you walk in, it's kind of dark inside. There's a few candles lit around the place. You can see several trunks that are covered with various oddball items. Looks like many little trinkets. You see one that kind of resembles like a voodoo doll sitting in the top corner behind her area that she has set up. And you can see that she's just slamming this crystal ball down on the center of this circular table in the center of the room. And she's like, now you'll stay put! And just slams it down there. And it's on this little pedestal. This thing is rubbish.
Hi.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome. Welcome to Mystical Miss Margie's Magnificent Magical Enchantments. I changed the name of it a few times. I'm still trying to remember what exactly I called the place. Yeah. You look like splendid individuals. How can Miss Margie help you today? Yeah?
I was just curious what type of magical enchantments you have here.
Oh, well, that's... Hey, what exactly are you looking for? Anything in particular? Yeah?
Oh,
Huh?
items, weapons.
Items, weapons. Let's see. Well, I do have some items. And she looks around the room. And she looks left and right. Now, what did I do with that trunk? And she starts to walk around, and she's roaming around the tent, looking for something that isn't right out in front of her. And there's a couple other people inside this place, like just normal people from the marketplace, just kind of just wandering around and just looking at different things. And then you see one random guy over in the corner to the left side of you. He just goes, you hear, ow! Ah! And he picks up his leg and he's just like jumping around, like holding his, like he hit his shin off of something. But there's nothing there. And then she looks over and goes, aha! That's what I did with it. Oh. And she wanders over, and you watch as she puts her hands on and goes, eh, and opens up what is in essence an invisible chest.
Whoa.
And you see her kind of disappear beyond this invisible veil, and she starts to pull out a few boxes, and she looks at the guy who's like standing there. He's like, oh, he's like rubbing his leg. You really need to watch where you're going, young man. And walks right over, and she gets out. She puts these boxes down in front on this table. She sweeps the crystal ball off the table again. It hits the ground. Oh, just don't worry about that, sweetie. It's rubbish. And she opens up she looks at a nice lacquered box, dark wood. She's like, it's got some critical items in it, I must say. Some pretty cool enchantments here. So she opens it up in front of you and takes something out. And it looks like a carved silver raven. It's like, this little raven actually can become a real raven.
Oh.
Yes, it lasts for a few hours. It's a very, very interesting enchanted item. Oh, and I've got this one too. And she pulls out, and there's one that looks like a gray carved owl. And if owls really aren't your thing, then maybe this would suit you. And she pulls out this, looks like it's carved from this black onyx. And it looks like it's about the size of a horsefly. And it looks exactly like a fly. She's like, ooh, this is the ebony fly. It turns into a very large fly.
Sounds horrifying.
Oh, it can get you from point A to point B very fast, yeah?
Oh.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
How large is large?
Huh. Either you could fit on it easily.
What?
Okay.
But if that doesn't suit you, I have these other... And she puts those in the box, she closes that and sets it off to the side, gets this other box out, she opens it up. And you can see that she starts to pull out these... They look like gems at first, but they look like elaborate stones. And she pulls one out, and it looks as if it is... Let me see... This one she pulls out is a dusty rose prism. And she said, this little gem, when you speak the right command word, it circles all around you and helps to protect you.
What?
And she's got another one that she holds up. That is a clear spindle. And she says, when this orbits around you, you don't need to eat or drink. It sustains you. Yeah?
Listen, this stuff is fascinating.
I know.
And then there's one more that she pulls
See any
out.
price tags?
We'll get there.
It's a blue rhomboid that she pulls out next.
A blue what?
Rhomboid?
Rhomboid. Yeah.
What's that?
Shape.
It is an interesting
I don't know.
three-dimensional shape. Yeah. It's kind of like a...
yeah. MG's got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of like a parallelogram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
parallelogram.
okay.
Yeah.
Take a rectangle and italicize
Then,
it.
yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
a good way of putting it.
That's
Yeah,
what
I know
tell
what you're talking
people.
about
That's
now.
what I tell people.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
So it's this blue rhomboid, and she tells you, what's this one? When it orbits around you, nothing in the world can surprise you.
I mean, nothing surprises you, Callista.
Oh, you're very good against surprises? You are?
Usually, but not immune.
Ah, none of us are, darling. None of us are.
But if I have that, I am.
Absolutely. And it can be yours for a low, low price. of 2,700 gold pieces. Huh? That's Miss Margie's special discount.
And how much for like the raven or that fly?
Oh, the fly? Oh, this wonderful thing. And she picks up, she starts petting it. It's weird. She's like petting this sculpture that looks like a horsefly. The ebony fly is 2,000 gold pieces. Yeah. I think you should take it. Take it now.
And the raven?
The raven is actually on a very special sale today, and especially for you, I will let it go for about 375 gold pieces. Huh?
Okay. And how much is the one that protects you, that pink one?
The pink one, well, that one's one of Miss Margie's favorites. That one would be 3,200 gold pieces, my dearie.
Interesting.
Callista, I think we need to do some more odd jobs.
Well, are any of these piquing your interest?
I mean, all of them, but you know.
Now, you said you have these items. Do you have any weapons as well? I am interested in some of these items, but I was just curious if you have any magically enchanted staff or...
I don't carry any magically enchanted weapons, but I do have this, and she gets out this crate, and she puts it down in front of you, Lachlan, and opens up the lid, and you can see there are several different bottles, corked bottles inside. I have
Alcohol?
I have quite a selection of enchanted potions that perhaps could help you in your quest. Huh?
Maybe. Are any of them good for resistance?
Well, Miss Margie can deliver. And she she reaches down and she pulls out this glass flask that kind of gets round at the bottom and has a cork in it. What this? This right here is a potion of resistance. What a coincidence. You asked, and here it is.
And how much is that one?
And this is 300 gold pieces. What you think? Huh? Miss Margie's prices beat everyone else. Yeah.
Not bad. I mean... I'm torn.
Lachlan, as you're kind of looking through the potions too, she just kind of has them like thrown in this crate. They're just like laying there. You can see potions. One of them looks familiar from what you guys are used to. It has the red liquid in it with the shimmering sparkles.
Ooh.
And you can see a few of them are actually in there that are much bigger in size.
Miss Margie, those big red ones, how much do those go for?
I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad to.
Are you mocking me?
Me? No, of course not.
She looks at you, Callista, and she's like, "You watch your friend now.
I always do.
Don't let him turn into rubbish."
I'm trying. There's no guarantee.
Speaking of rubbish, where is that? Up there it is. This thing, absolute rubbish, and throws it over back behind her head. It crashes into some things behind her. So she gets this super huge potion bottle out of this crate, and it has that
Big gulp.
It has that red liquid in it. This potion of superior healing. This runs about 550 gold pieces, but can definitely pull you out of a bind if you need it. I also have these 4 bottles of greater healing. Each one of these is 250 gold pieces, if you so choose.
$450?
250 apiece for
Each for the
the
greater.
greater.
Oh.
She has one superior for 550.
Okay.
Wonder if we can get a bulk discount.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I definitely need at least, I'll cast message. I'll tell.
Yes, please.
I definitely need, at least one or two of the greater for a jam.
Okay. I also have items to maybe trade.
Oh, that's good. That's an interesting notion.
Miss Margie, how open are you to trades?
Miss Margie, very open to trades if it's in magically enchanted items. Yeah.
I will put down the yellow potion bottle with the eyeball in it and the giant-sized necklace with dragon fangs.
Ooh, she picks up both and she has them in her hands. She's like, oh, you bring Miss Margie such great things. Oh, look at this. Look at this. These are huge. Oh, I could wear them. And she puts the necklace on and it's enormous.
It's huge.
And it touches the floor. How's it look on me?
Beautiful.
Be honest.
It's a lot.
Big and bold and beautiful.
That's what Miss Margie goes for every single day of Miss Margie's life. Thank you. So, what do you want in trade in return for these? Do you have a request of any of these items?
Well, Lachlan, you were interested in a couple potions, right?
I wouldn't say I'm interested, but I might take a few off of her hands.
Okay. And I'm also interested in both the raven and the fly.
The raven and the fly. Well.
Sounds like a goth poem or something.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, that's it. The raven and the fly. Nice. She holds the potion with the eye in it, this yellow potions chap. Well, I think a fair trade for Miss Margie on this potion would be, and she holds out the silver raven. The silver raven probably is the best even trade for this item.
Okay.
And then she looks in towards Lachlan and she puts the superior healing out in front of you. And then she puts 2 greater healings beside. For the necklace that you brought me, this beautiful thing, you could either take this or these 2.
What does that necklace do, Callista?
There's no way we could bulk it up for... You want the 2? 2 or 1, Lachlan? What do you think's more your fancy?
I think it's if we have 2, we're a little more flexible, right? I think we all tend to get beat up a bit.
How about the necklace and 1,000 gold for the 2 potions and the fly?
Oh, without trading the potion? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, the potion potion for the raven is off to the side. I'm talking just straight
Potion
for the necklace.
For the raven.
Necklace 1,000 gold for the 3 items.
The 2 graders and a fly.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the 2 graders and the fly?
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check for me, Callista.
I will use my advantage.
Alright. Using your inspiration on the persuasion. Which is what Molfin did too when he was visiting the store to me.
Oh, what you talking about? I burnt a nat 20 on that.
That's it.
Ooh,
So
that's
a
a nice
19. She looks at you strike a hard bargain, but I do like how pretty I look wearing this necklace.
You do look
good. Deal.
I hand over the 1,000 gold and the necklace and the potion and take the 4 items.
Yeah, she hands you. You get the 2 greater healing potions. You get the silver raven and the ebony fly.
Nice.
All right.
Not bad.
I'll give Lachlan the potions.
Thank you.
Now, remember, Miss Margie is always open. Come back.
Thank you.
Come back and see me again.
We might.
All right, Molfin. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. Molfin.
No worries. I've been enjoying.
For the record, I would start heading towards the tower.
Okay, and immediately whenever you walk out of the tent, you realize you're looking around and Anastazius is not there.
She already knows that. That's why she's going to the tower.
Gotcha. Diana, and you're sitting there watching this guy. He is still working hard, and he is doing a pretty good job on your armor so far. He has done well. He's had a couple people come and try to interrupt him while he's been working, and he's kind of like shooed them off to like continue working on this project. He is intently working on this because he wants to please you, so it pleases Anastazius.
You do not matter to me. Only he does.
Molfin, as you approach this interesting tower, it's a dark. It almost looks like it's made out of this dark stone as you approach. It has a dried moat that's around it. It's deep, but there's no water in it. And you see there is a drawbridge down across the moat, and it leads into an arched gateway that leads into the center where the tower is. It has a basic wall around it, out of the same darkened stone. And you see there are two guards standing there, just wielding shields and spears as you approach.
Molfin's just gonna start walking in like Yon's place if no one stops him.
You see them all of a sudden like looking at each other, and then they just like get in front of you really quick. Like you already took 2 steps in past the archway, and they just realize, wait, what's going on? And they run in front of you. And hey, where are you going? Where are you headed?
Well, excuse me, my good gentleman. I'm here to speak with someone. I believe he is the master of this building. His name is Krowen Valharrow.
You see them both kind of eyes get wide, and they look at each other. And one of them looks at him, and he's like running his hand through his hair kind of really quick, and he's like, "Oh, did you know anything about this, Sam?" And then Sam looks over. Liam, I had no idea. Huh. It looks like we're gonna have to... Can you just wait right here for just a second?
I suppose, if it won't be too long.
Alright, you see the two kind of go off to the side. They don't go anywhere. They kind of like go around this tree area, and you can see that they're like talking to one another. Their hands are moving, and they're just like chatting. And then a few minutes later...
What? Is there a clear shot to the front door?
Oh, yeah.
And how far away is it?
20 feet.
Okay, so the minute they start walking away, they hit the tree? Right into the building.
Nice. So, all of a sudden, Molfin, you are inside the tower. And you're standing there, and as you poof inside, it's a humble establishment, not a lot of furnishings. But you can see there are some stairs that lead up the side of the towers. It's not a very big area, but it looks like it's built in more so stories upwards. And each, the way it's laid out is there's a central tower that's kind of connecting 4 other towers together into this one big thing. And you can see that there are some doors that lead off. It looks like little office spaces and things like that. There are other guards inside, and as you poof in, there's one kind of walking down the stairs, and he looks towards you. He's like, hello?
Oh, good afternoon. I have just arrived from, and forgive me, players forgotten now. Where did I meet that guy? That was Bryn Shander? Or is that
Hundlestone.
Hundlestone.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I have just been sent from Hundlestone to meet with Mr. Valharrow. Please, if you could fetch him for me or bring me to him.
Of course. Who did you speak to in Hundlestone?
I don't have his name in front of me.
His name was Thwip Ironbottom. How could you forget Ironbottom?
This has been a while.
It has been, yeah.
Thwip Ironbottom sent me.
Oh, okay. This way. Come with me. And he kind of is beckoning you to come up the steps.
Molfin will just follow right along.
All right. As you follow along, you end up getting to about 2 stories up. He knocks on a closed wooden door. You just hear from beyond, come in, enter. And the door opens, and behind a desk, I want you to imagine this sight. You see a man sitting down at a desk, and he's looking at several books. Many of them are open on the top of the desk that he's sitting at. There's a bookshelf behind him with several books on it as well. And he is wearing... he looks like Samuel L. Jackson. with a bright gray mustache that goes into a goatee. And he has a tattoo on his face that resembles the one that Mike Tyson has. And he also is wearing a cloak that has all these different patches on it. And each one of the patches has... It looks like if you ever seen a Boy Scout, and they have all those merit badges that have different images on them. There's like one that has a rolled up piece of rope on it. There's one that has this odd like pole looking thing on it. There's one that has 2 dogs on it. There's
any windows?
Yeah, any windows?
There's one that has like a red potion on it. It has several things on it. Like you can't even keep track going through it. And you can see leaning up against the wall behind him, there is a staff that is very nice looking. And it has a little bit of fire that just kind of glows out of the top of this symbol looking thing at the top of the staff. And he looks up immediately, you walk in, and he looks at you and he goes, "Huh! Molfin!"
But of course.
What took you so long?
It's the people I'm traveling with. So many different misadventures. Ended up in a sewer because of one of them.
Okay.
Whoa. You're going to have to tell me about this at some point. Because this seems like a story I want to hear. But anyway, you could leave us. And he the guard ushers himself out and closes the door behind. He stands up and he walks up to you and he holds out his hand. It's nice to finally meet you. I'm Krowen.
Oh, it is a pleasure. I've been looking forward to conversing with you. It's been an interesting journey here so far.
I tell you what, that Harper pin looks awfully nice on you, my friend.
Oh, thank you, it has been an interesting journey so far. I look forward to more and to see what information we can share.
Oh, information. Yes, I've been dealing with the pressures of that information for quite some time now. He sort of walks over to his desk and he's kind of fumbling through some parchment and he's going through some books and he's kind of like flipping the books up looking for different things. And so Thwip told me you'd be through.
Yes, he is. Well, mentioned you would be able to aid us with some travel assistance, but before we go down that road, he mentioned one of the things that our organization prides itself on is sharing information, and I have run into a number of giant kin in our journeys and may have some information on what they are seeking.
Huh. You have information, or you're seeking information?
But I have come to be advised of some information from a cloud giant and a frost giant that we have traveled with at various points.
Huh.
So I am offering to supply this information.
So you've been traveling? You've had inside intel?
I do not know if I would call it inside, as neither of them seem to be, friendly with their kin, but they both had information on what they were seeking.
Oh, well, I would love to know everything that you know, Molfin, because I'm at a loss, and make a perception check for me, Molfin.
Certainly.
And about this time, Anastazius, Callista, and Lachlan, are you guys all still traveling together?
Anastazius might be ahead of us.
You guys...
Yep.
Yeah, Anastazius, as you come ahead, you're seeing that there are two guards that have their spears with both hands, and they're kind of tiptoeing around the front yard of this place. Liam! Where did he go? Is he out there? I don't know, Sam. I'm looking as hard as you are. And you watch them kind of walk by, and they're not even looking at the front door.
Just give them both a look and, with purpose, walk through.
Speed as you speed across, you go in the door, and then they turn around all of a sudden at the same time. Huh. And just turn around back and continue walking. And you walk in the door, and you're standing there, and there's just a guard in there, and he's like drinking a cup as you walk in, and he's just standing there on the other side of a door frame, like watching you walk in. Hello? Can I help you?
Oh, hello. I was invited here, and I'm gonna minor illusion, just like this leathery looking thing.
Okay.
As he stands up to get close, it just kind of like burns up and fizzles out. Yes, I was invited here. Actually, I'm looking for someone. Have you seen a short gnome running about? I'm actually his carer, and he's not a danger. Actually, he's more of a danger to himself. I'm just meant to be within, a certain amount of distance between him, so just to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Yes. I just took him upstairs.
You must lead me to him then.
Sure. Right away. And he's looking for a place to put down his cup, and he like sets it down on this small piece of furniture off to the side. Right this way. Follow me. And you lead up. And you pass a couple other people coming back down the steps. Some people wearing cloaks. Some other that look like other guards and things. You can see that the people in the cloaks, and you're familiar with the Harper's faction, knowing as much about Everlund as you do. You can see that a couple of them are wearing Harper's pins, and you make your way. They give you kind of awkward looks, but they just kind of keep on moving by as you make your way up. And then the guard knocks on the door, and Molfin, as you guys are talking together, and you're kind of just sharing some information. Your perception check doesn't really... Did you use advantage on that, or did you only... did you roll normal? Yeah, you're muted.
No, I didn't say it. That would have been the first thing. Of course I said that. No, I didn't say anything, so no.
Gotcha. So you didn't really notice anything about what was around the room, but all of a sudden there's a knock at the door. Krowen, you have another guest? Come in. And the door opens, and you see Anastazius walk in, Molfin. As this guard opens the door.
I can help this situation now. Molfin, there you are. You escaped me yet again.
Molfin.
Escaped you? Were you not with Callista and Lachlan?
Oh no, they'll be coming.
As I was saying, Kronen, the people I travel with are rather odd.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you. Krowen Valharrow. And he holds out his hand to you, Anastazius.
As you are known to what Anastazius does, he holds out his hand expecting a kiss.
Krowen looks awkwardly at you at first, and then kind of getting an idea of what you're imposing, he goes and takes your hand, and he gives it a kiss.
Perhaps you have heard of me, Anastazius. I've spent quite a number of nights here.
The name does sound familiar. I'll let you know when it comes to me. And he just kind of looks at you as he's kind of pondering.
Please continue. I'm just merely here to observe.
Fair enough. Sure. And about this time, Diana, you are seeing that the spoils of your armor is looking very great. He's getting that gem inlaid beautifully, and he's just working really hard. Are you going to continue to stay here with him, or you just noticed that Lachlan and Callista are kind of walking by your position?
I see them walking by, but I still want to hang out and like just keep an eye on the gem and make sure that it doesn't get not taken, but like that nothing happens to it.
Okay.
I want to make sure that he puts it behind like a thick layer of glass. Like I want it set deep in the armor and it's visible through a protective case, like a museum.
Lachlan, as you and Callista are walking by, you guys both hear Diana. Basically, she's leaning over the countertop of this place, barking these commands to this guy as you guys are walking by. And
Diana got things handled.
And
she know what she.
I'll toss her a slice of watermelon.
Oh yeah, Lachlan gives you a piece of orange peel watermelon. That's delicious.
I will tell Diana that we're heading to the tower and.
Okay.
But please tell me it's got the label on it.
Oh yeah, the label is face out. I'm advertising.
He's helping to to draw more people into the orange peel family. Hopefully not bring them back from the dead. Too soon.
That's always too soon.
So eventually, Lachlan and Callista, you both arrive at the tower, and you notice there are two guards that are just walking around aimlessly in the courtyard of this, kind of in the shadow of this tower. And you can hear them talking to each other. I swear, he was here, and then he was gone. Wait a minute, there's another set of footprints here. Do you see this? Look at this. And they're both like looking intently down at these footprints in the dirt.
Is there like an open gate or a door that we have to go to get to this tower?
Looks like you could just walk right around them and go in the front door.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk right around them and not socialize at all. Like, nope.
So Callista just starts walking by. What are you gonna do, Lachlan?
I'm catching up.
Okay, you guys
I'm still kind of listening as I go. Like I was here trying to hear what.
It's kind of funny because as they're both down, like heads down, you walk behind them, and the minute you walk behind them, they put their heads up and they look to the left. And then you guys continue on to the right, and then the door closes, and then they look to the right. Huh.
Oh, these poor guys.
It's gotta be... Wait a minute. And they just like look at each other, and then you guys are inside. and there's a guard standing there as you walk in. He's just got something to eat. He's munching on some bread as you walk in, and he just looks at you awkwardly as you walk in the door. Hello?
Yeah, looking for old gnome.
Handsome, kind of like me, but old.
And even handsomer, blue tiefling.
What's with it with this gnome? I mean, I tell you,
is he here or not?
He's here. And he looks for a place to set down his bread, and he's
can't finish his sandwich.
There's where I put it earlier, and he grabs the cup and he takes a swig and sets the cup down, sets the bread down, and leads you guys upstairs. And Anastazius and Molfin, as you guys are standing in the room, all of a sudden you hear another knock at the door. Krowen, you have other visitors. They're looking for the gnome.
Who wants some watermelon?
I just open the door and walk in.
Just open the door.
Molfin is visibly rubbing his temples. Did you not at least tell them where you were going, Ambrosius?
How do you think they got here? You really
Did you
aren't that
not
clever.
think to travel together? This poor gentleman is very busy and has been taking time out to speak with me.
Oh, it's Molfin, it's okay. It's okay. It really is okay. I needed the break. Trust me. I needed to get out of the books. It's nice to meet you. I'm Krowen Valharrow. Nice to meet you both.
My hand is sticky with watermelon.
He sniffs it. Is that an orange peel?
It is. They're amazing.
They are, absolutely. One of the best.
Want to look over at Gramps. Too soon?
Molfin is rubbing his chin. Orange peel. I know that somewhere. Ah.
Oh,
Well, perhaps I can replace him.
no.
Wow. So I've already feel like I've heard so much about you all from Molfin here.
It's all good.
For the most part, but back to the important part. The ordering has been broken. These giants are all vying for control over their entire government. There are certain sects of giants that are seeking magical artifacts that they believe will give them the ability to speak with this oracular extraplanar entity and gain the upper hand in how to either win the day or resolve the conflict, depending on which side they fall on.
Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting, Molfin. So you're saying that these giants have a way to speak with someone of another plane or of another realm?
Allegedly.
Yes, right? One of them seemed to be, driven a little out of sorts by it. But the one we have most recently traveled with was apparently a member of some renowned and local adventuring group down in the Southlands, I believe. And he has been seeking magic items to offer to an oracle to act as a conduit between the two to, I assume, lessen the impact on his own mental state.
That's fascinating, Molfin. I've actually read about this. I've heard this before. Who was your friend that shared this information with you?
Lachlan, help me. What's the big one's name?
Harshnag.
Thank you. Harshnag.
Harshnag? I know Harshnag.
You do?
I've heard of Harshnag, yes. He's a legendary frost giant who saved Waterdeep on a couple of occasions.
Yes, he has been traveling with us for a short while. I'm actually not sure where he got off to as we came to Everlund, but Ashlyn must be somewhere with Diana.
Yeah, we'll say Ashlyn's hanging out with Diana, since we forgot about her.
Perhaps still with Harshnag, you know.
We're sorry, Ashlyn. You're here with Diana, trying to keep her from jumping over the countertop to stop this guy from doing anything wrong with her armor. Yeah. He looks at you, Molfin, and he's like, well, if there's a way we can gather this information, this is perfect, Molfin. It's perfect.
Well, I'm glad to be of service.
Can I insight check him?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you're getting a good vibe from him, Callista. Okay. You can see that he's probably a little bit older past his adventuring days and may not be one for adventuring himself, but you got the vibe that he is greatly supportive of adventurers.
So that's why he's so excited.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely excited to have you all here. And especially giving good information like that he previously didn't have is always good. So we've got to dive a little bit deeper, Molfin. See, I don't think all the giants know everything. I do have some intel that I don't think that even Harshnag knows, but I could be wrong. And
anything you can tell would be appreciated, as
well, I've gotten word that King Hecaton of the Storm Giants is missing. And he has been since the ordning has been broken. Unfortunately, that's the only intel I have on the subject.
You lose a king.
And he looks at you, Lachlan, and he's like, he's not just any king. He is the king. The storm giants in the hierarchy are always at the top. So the king of the storm giants is, in essence, the king of all giants.
So he goes missing, and the ordning breaks, and then chaos ensues because he's not there to rein it in.
Yes, it's complete chaos. I do know that he has a family, but I don't know the extent of it.
Well, and it would be useful information. Do we have a way to get in touch with other friend, the one living in the castle on a cloud?
Zephyros?
That would be him, yes. So, did he leave anything with any of you to get in touch with him?
I don't think so. He said he would find us.
Maybe if we go and shout to the sky.
You might have a way to do that now.
I think towards the end, he said that he was going to float off towards the Moonshay Isles.
Yeah, he was. That's north, right?
It's actually far west, out into the ocean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if he's heading that direction, depending on what sort of travel Kronen can assist us with, we could always try to seek him. Mayhap the extraplanar entities could be of assistance in locating this Hecaton's family. Or perhaps Hashnag will have information on them. Although as a frost giant, as you're saying in the hierarchy, they may not be privy to said information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's worth a shot.
This is true.
And also, be traveling with a frost giant is a great benefit. Not only just for their strength, but just for any information that they have on their own kind.
Does not seem to be much for taking part in...
I was just gonna say, he hasn't really been exactly helpful in battle.
Although he did aid with those, at the fire shear with the giants attacking there, but has not done much with the smaller creatures and the undead we've dealt with.
Oh yeah, the undead.
Excuse me for interjecting, but Krowen, do you mind if I smoke inside? Is that alright?
Who's that guy?
Well, to be honest, I'd prefer not. There is another
Can you
room.
show me to the closest balcony?
There's one across the hall. Go across the hall into the other door. There is a balcony. You may use that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Walk up.
Okay. It's a rather interesting fellow.
You have no idea. Well, Kronen, I must say, you have a fascinating robe on. I have not seen its like in my travels.
Oh, this. Yeah, this is something I picked up. It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes, it's the different patches on it are
it's
most intriguing.
They're very useful. I'll just tell you that. Very useful.
Where would one be able to procure such an item?
I think I got this a good while ago. I think I actually found this one, to be honest. Some of my older adventuring days, back when I was younger, had a lot more energy.
Don't remember my younger days.
He kind of chuckles
That
a little
happens
bit.
when you get to be my age.
Hey, welcome to the chat, that guy. He kind of leans down towards you, Molfin. He's like, the cool thing about this is that is that you can actually take these patches right off of this rope, and when you toss it down onto the ground, the magical enchantments take over, and it turns into whatever is located on the patch. It's quite clever.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll have to see if I can find myself one of those.
Like,
as you say, it would be most useful.
Like, I'll be honest, I'm not a dog person. But you see this patch? And he kind of holds up his robe a little bit, and there's these two mastiffs, like, stitched onto a patch. If I ever need these, all I gotta do, shh. And there they are.
Oh.
Amazing.
Well, I will try not to take up too much more of your time. Thrip told me you may be able to assist us with some travel in between.
Hey, thank you for the follow, that guy. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Most appreciated, that guy. Why am I speaking to this person? I fear Moby's leaving.
There's,
Yeah,
go and see now again.
I know, Molfin. I feel your pain. I'm getting up there at my age too. My mind is not all the way there. And he kind of rubs his tattoo on his head a little bit, and then he looks down and he looks worried for a moment. He looks at all of you and says, "I don't necessarily know for sure, but the disappearance, the ordning, I have a feeling that there has got to be dragons involved."
Yes, I believe,
Dun dun dun.
were we not told that, Calista, your friend there, didn't he tell us that his kind absolutely hated giants?
Yes, usually.
Oh.
But there was one in particular that was causing a lot of havoc.
Oh yeah.
Yes, what was it? What was his name?
Oh.
I believe Clarion was the problem, correct?
Well, Clarion's not the problem. How dare you?
You just insulted her boyfriend.
I could. Lachlan?
Wait, I thought
No, it was. Oh my god!
Academia was her boyfriend.
No. What are you
Mac.
What are you talking about?
Acapello. The one out there smoking.
Really?
Anastazius?
Acapello.
Oh, Molfin. This is crazy.
Oh, Molfin's names. I love it.
God, what's his name? It's like the white. Was it the white dragon?
Yeah, you guys did catch a glimpse of a white dragon.
But Clarion told me his name, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, where is it?
That's children.
Arviaturus.
Is that the one?
Yeah,
Something
that's
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, and he.
AVND to something. Yep.
As you say the name, he kind of looks at you, Lachlan. Oh. Huh. You know he goes by another name as well. And then he goes over.
I do that too. I go by Molfin.
He goes over to one of his books that are sitting out in front of him. He picks one up. And
Cryovane.
Cryovane, that was it.
Ha! I found it.
Cryo.
He picks up this book and he brings it over to you, Lachlan, and he shows you the open book, and there is a picture of this terrible ancient white dragon on the page. And it has his name, Cryovane, on it, but it also says Winged Ice Terror.
Winged Ice Terror.
And then Krowen goes to you guys and he looks. Yes, dragons, they have multiple names, but they like when people call them their nicknames. They like the power. They like the... I don't know. They like it when people say their nicknames under their breath. So...
this could be...
But, unfortunately, the Winged Ice Terror is not the only threat. And he goes over and he gets the very top book off of his desk. And he walks it over to you, Molfin, and he holds it in front of you and lets it kind of go in your hands. And before you, you're looking at a terrible picture of an enormous red dragon. And underneath it, it says, Ol Snarl.
Oh, this is a hideous-looking beast.
It's one of the most...
this is another threat?
Only the most ancient of red dragons.
Is that old? Should be half senile and perhaps willing to converse.
I don't know. Most that have seen Ol Snarl, if they get away, it's only to tell of him and to spark fear into everyone's lives around all of Faerun. I think... See, this one, and he points over to the book that Lachlan is holding. This one here, I don't think has the wits. I don't think, the more I read up on him, I don't think he has the mental stamina to be able to pull off such a thing as this.
And he's also been injured.
He's been injured?
Yeah.
How so?
He was in a fight with another dragon.
Oh, yes. Huh. Well, that's good news for us.
Right.
And he points to Ol Snarl. This one, though. This one is a clever one. But it's so hard to put your finger on him because see all these others, and he points over to his desk, and there's all these open books, each containing pictures of dragons from around Faerun that have been cited. Some of them just have a simple nickname and no information underneath. Perhaps they've only been cited a couple of times and they've only been documented by certain people, or they've only been heard of through stories through other bards and things like that they were able to jot down.
Molfin's going to scan through the book he's got of Old Snarl. Look up at Kronen real quick. As I'm just trying to check here, it seems you may have perused this specific book already. Do either of these two beasts tend to reside anywhere near the spine of the world? As that is where Hashnag mentions that this oracular location is.
The only one that I know of that has particular connection is Ol Snarl. Ol Snarl's been seen up north near the mountains on several more occasions than he has down south. Now, Old Snarl can get anywhere he needs to go rather quickly. But you can see his true name is listed here. And he points down to the name and it says Klauth.
Klauth?
Klauth.
Do you have any information on the more metallic dragons, the lesser problematic ones?
Oh, metallics are, they can be very helpful. I know that the Lord's Alliance is in cohorts with a few of them. they're not they're not really much of a threat when it comes to our society.
I'm not talking about threat, I'm talking about an aid.
Well, we do have a few. A couple have gone missing.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure out exactly where some of them have gone.
But has Callista mentioned to anybody about her lack of ability to communicate with Clarion? I don't think she has she?
I think I told Diana. Because I was worried.
Molfin will turn over.
Yeah, at this I'm going to pull out the sending stone.
Okay.
Oh, but I was about to recommend you as Clarion for some assistance.
I don't know if he'll answer, but I'm going to say in Draconic, Clarion, if this is you, do you know anything about the old Snarl? Are you okay? Where are you?
Some more time passes, and there's no answer.
No. He's been quiet for about a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Awkward.
Callista, I believe, does that not... Are you sure the message is getting through to him? Is it reaching him?
It's getting somewhere, but whoever has it isn't responding, and I'm not sure if he has it or something was happening. So the last time I spoke to him, he was sounds like he was being overrun by something, but he didn't get into details because the message was too quick.
Well, that is... Cronin, I would hate to impose, but I'd like to ask a quick question. Do you by chance keep any scrolls here of magical spells that I might be able to borrow from you?
Huh. You know what, Molfin, it's funny that you asked that. If you could, if you would excuse us, and he looks at Callista and Lachlan, I've got to show Molfin something on the next level.
Sure.
Okay. And
Fair enough.
I'll go find Anastazius.
You guys head on back down, and you can hear music playing downstairs, and you hear clapping. And as you walk downstairs in the entryway, about 10 guards and a few Harpers are sitting around Anastazius, and he's just playing them a tune, and they're all just enthralled. He's telling them stories. And as he's telling these stories, he's promoting his upcoming show at Danavar's house. And everybody's like, oh, I'm so going to this. Oh, and you can see Sam and Liam, the two guards from outside, are like peeking in the front door, and they're just enthralled by Anastazius. And like, Sam, are you going? And Liam's like, I'm skipping out of here early. I'm headed over. And so basically Anastazius has got everybody downstairs, and he's just doing his thing.
Does he still have my pipe, or is he just still playing?
It's in my mouth.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Rat.
Molfin, as you're being led up to the next floor, Krowen leads you into this room, a windowless room. And you come inside to the room. There is another person wearing a cloak, kind of sitting in a desk chair over on the side. There's some magical light that fills the room on sconces that are around this circular area. And he walks in, and you can see that there is a intricate design carved onto the floor.
Fascinating.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me as you walk in.
Ooh. You know what the hell? I'm going to burn my inspiration on this.
There you go.
Let's see how good we can make this roll.
Bada
Got a
bing.
plus 11, so.
Oh, yeah. Molfin, you have read about these. You've never seen one, but you've read about them. This is some type of teleportation circle.
Most incredible.
Well, Molfin, I brought you up here because I wanted to share this with you. See, as a member of the Harpers, we have let's call it a secret mode of travel in between major cities. And,
Most excellent.
And because you're one of us, you and your party, if you ever need to use these teleportation circles, these units, you be more than welcome to use them for your quest.
Thank you, Kronen. It is most kind of you to allow us to utilize these.
Oh, it's not a problem at all. We want to make sure that we take care of everyone in our organization. And since I have you alone, I just wanted to talk to you about a few more things.
Yes. How can I help?
This Harshnag intrigues me. I think this oracle may hold the answers that are key to moving forward with eliminating this giant problem.
That is what Harshnag has been trying to drive into us as he's collecting these relics to appease this oracular being.
I do trust him. I trust Harshnag based on his past experiences and what he has done for Waterdeep. But this sounds like it could be very dangerous. So I want to make sure you're fully prepared for the task. And he walks over to the desk where the other mage apprentice was hanging out. And he gets this case out. It's a leather case that he brings over to you. And he opens it up, and inside it you see there are several scrolls rolled up inside this case. As soon
as out a little bit.
he says, yes. These are yours, Molfin, because ever since Thwip told me that you were coming, I've been preparing for our meeting. And he puts this down in front of you. I believe these will help.
Thank you. While the preparation for me...
He looks at you, he looks down at the stone floor a little bit, and then he looks back up at you and he says, confidently, there was a time where I was exactly where you stand now. And a mentor did the same for me. I figure I'm paying it forward. Because eventually, someone like you is going to be standing right where I am today.
With a very deep bow. Honored. Age Krowen. Hopefully at some point after we have dealt with this problem, mayhap I'll have the opportunity to pay it forward as you are doing today.
I hope that you will. And he just leaves the case to you, and he says also, since you're a member of the organization, you do have free room and board here. We do have an office space already set up for you if you would like. I can't, unfortunately, offer the same accommodations for your friends, just because we do have other Harpers that are staying with us.
But that is perfectly fine. They, if I remember correctly, the flamboyant one is apparently putting on a show this evening somewhere.
Oh, really? He is?
Yes,
You know, Molfin, I must say, at my age, I don't get out very much. I'm kind of intrigued. I think I might want to check this guy out in action live.
I believe it is at our...
I hope JJ's prepared to play that thing in real life.
I believe it is Danavar's in Danavar's Respite. That's whatever it is. It's called Danavar's.
Oh yes, Danavar's house. That's a great place. I've only been there a few times. Like I said, I don't get out much. But that sounds like a great idea. Maybe we could just kick back and have a few drinks and listen to some great tunes and stories from what I can tell, a very excellent bard.
Well, it would be an honor. You are... The beverages will be on us.
Oh, there's really no need for that, but hey, sure, why not? An old man treating an old man, why not?
And Molfin's going to reach out a hand. A friend treating a friend.
Oh, a friend. And he grabs your hand and shakes it. Molfin, as a mechanical thing, you have earned 3 renown points in the Harper organization.
Whoa!
And you are now the 2nd rank. Which I've got to look back up during the break, because for some reason I forgot it. I forgot to write it down in my notes. So I will let you know what that rank is when we get back from our break. We're going to go ahead and take our break now, as we're kind of wrapping up a little bit of RP. Lots of RP going on. Diana has been telling the blacksmith exactly what the logo of Ilmater looks like, so that he can emblaze it on the corner just like she wanted it last time. No, it's not that. She's just like... Ashlyn's kind of pulling you back from over the counter a little bit. And as we prepare to take our break, don't forget we opened the casting call for Curse of Strahd with DM Sarah coming in November. So if you type in !Strahd in the Twitch chat, it will give you a link for that application for that casting call. So make sure to go ahead and click on that. Our viewers tonight, you guys are the first to know. Ooh. So, hey, you got first dibs on filling out an application for this thing. So make sure you click that link and fill it out. We'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes once we take a break. We'll see you guys in just a few. Stick with us. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, the Dungeon Master for this evening. This is Storm King's Thunder, episode 46. Currently, our adventures are in the city of Everlund, where Molfin has met up with a Archmage named Krowen, who has kind of taken Molfin under his wing and has started to support him as a member of the Harper's organization. He is now a Harp Shadow, which is the second rank in the Harper's organization. And he's climbing the ladder, climbing another rung in the organization for delivering some important information to Krowen about the Giants and the Ordning and how they can further their quest on figuring out how to solve this problem. Molfin, as you're going through the scrolls, he has included in this scroll case several scrolls. Most that you feel like you're able to copy into a spell book. The first 4 that you find as you're actually there's 7. Yeah, there's 7 scrolls here total as you're pulling them out. The first 4 you can see are Counter Spell, Thunder Step, Glyph of Warding,
Damn.
and Wall of Sand.
Hell yeah.
Those first 3 though, man.
Another 3 that you have a feeling are a little bit out of your realm right now are Contact Other Plane.
Wow.
Rary's Telepathic Bond.
Ooh, I love that one.
And the last one is Wall of Force.
Ooh. Ooh, that telepathic bond though, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that you find after you open up all these scrolls is there is
a love letter.
There is a package at the bottom. It's wrapped in just this brown paper bag material with this twine rope that's just wrapped around it.
Okay, Molfin will open that up. What was the third spell again?
The last one?
No, the third one from the first group. Counterspell, Thunderstep.
Glyph of Warding.
Glyph of Warding, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now Molfin will,
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Calyssa's gonna go to put on her cloak tomorrow, and it's just gonna go.
Oh boy, it's been an episode tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, we've been having a good time. Oh my. Oh, where was that thing? Oh man, I had it here. Oh, here it is. Molfin, as you open it up, it looks as if it's some type of blank spell book.
Fascinating. What does the cover look like?
It's a burgundy color and it looks brand new.
I'll sort of reach in and look at the one he has sort of beaten up, one of the pages ripped out somewhat recently.
I remember that.
Well, I suppose at some point I'll have to start copying things over into this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Molfin will sort of put him into the alders in his clothes and put the scrolls back in the case, close the case, and start heading back downstairs to try to find the. Actually, he's going to go out to the balcony where Anastazius was told to go out to smoke.
Yeah, as you go out into the balcony, you can still smell a little bit of a resonating mint out on the balcony. But yeah, Anastazius isn't there.
Often look down at the ground.
The guards aren't in the they aren't at their post.
Can I see the front door?
Yeah.
And how high up is it? How high up
You're
is
about
it?
2 stories up.
Give or take 20, 25 feet?
Yeah.
Molfin and Misty stepped back down right to where he was standing before, facing the door.
So Molfin is down on the ground facing the door where he was before, and you can see the 2 guards that were normally like out there have the front door open, and they're peering inside, and you can hear music and resonating out from the front door.
Right up to the back of the one on the right and tap him. Well, have you found out if I can enter yet?
He turns around, he looks at you, and he's got this awkward look on Liam? Liam turns around. What? Oh, there you are. Where'd you go?
But I've been waiting right there. You went behind the tree.
Make a deception check.
Oh, okay.
You were not
Karma.
right there. We looked all over the place. You were not standing there. We would have went in and we would have got Krowen for you.
It's okay. I've already spoken with him.
Oh,
I'm just trying to collect my caretaker in there. He's playing music for everyone, I'm assuming.
oh, he's great. Have you listened to him?
Only when I sleep.
So,
That's so cute.
So, Anastazius, you kind of finish up your little spiel. Is there anything you wanted to say to everybody before you ventured out?
Be sure to head on down to Daniver's house. Drinks are on me. I look forward to seeing all of you there.
You just hear a bunch of cheers. It's like, oh, drinks! He's gonna give us drinks too, just for showing up. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, I love it. And eventually, you guys are free to go about your day. Is there anything in particular anybody would be doing for the rest of the day until we get to the evening when Anastazius takes the stage at Danivar's house?
How many hours do we have until then?
Roughly 7, probably 6 or 7 hours.
Let me see how many I can get.
Driving.
Molfin's just going to be locked away in his room at the inn.
Okay.
At Danivar's Inn, just copying spells into his spell book. I'm just going to see how many I can get done.
Yeah, double check the rulings on how many you can get done, and we'll see about that. Lachlan, anything in
Oh
particular?
yeah, I definitely can't get them all
I'd
done.
be heading back to where Diana and Ashlyn are so that I can pick up my armor, assuming it's going to be done in the same time frame.
Okay, sure.
When done with the armor, do you think there would be enough time for me to like scout and find like a health poultice shop type thing? I know that they got some, but I also want to get some too. Or well, Diana doesn't know, but Zoth does.
Yeah. You could probably ask Lachlan about it, and he could probably fill you in on some information.
Superior
Okay.
2 raiders.
So, Lachlan does approach Diana, and towards the end of the day, whenever it's time to, when the man said he was going to close up shop a little bit earlier so he could get cleaned up to head over to see Anastazius. Before Lachlan shows up, though, you see him. He holds up the armor for you, Diana, and it's beautifully made, splint mail. And he even add a couple extra flares. The one shoulder piece, if you remember right, priests and priestesses that are follow Ilmater reveal. Sometimes they wear like animal fur vests and things like that to show their humility. So he actually took some soft wolf's fur and put it over one of the shoulders of your armor as like kind of like a shoulder cover on the one side, and it's embellished with different just embellishments around the side of it. It looks really nice. And
that's so Ilmater-y.
and Ilmater's logo is actually carved on the other shoulder, and it's inlaid with this nice fine like golden line that shimmers.
Ilmater just I'm gonna get stoned at my local temple, but I love it. It's for fashion.
And the gem looks pretty protected in the glass casing that you kind of guided him through whenever he was making it.
It's gotta be like 3 inches deep in there, bro. It's gotta be in there deep.
How thick is this armor? 3 inches.
Yeah.
It's like
She's like Iron Man.
By the way, that's what she said. Ayo.
Ayo.
So yeah, it looks very nice. Definitely an upgrade from what you had. So yeah, in essence, it's just regular splint mail armor, but it just has those artistic flares to it as well. Lachlan,
Awesome.
and you can see as you walk in, he is putting the last couple of studs in your leather armor that you left him borrow, and you can see that it's a very dark bronze color that he put on there, so it would blend in with your black kind of darkened armor that you were wearing.
So cool.
And he did a really good job on it too, as he puts that on the counter as well, and looks at you, Diana, and says, "Well, as our deal, that'll be 25 gold."
Of course. And I would like to tip him an extra 10, so he gets 35 gold.
Thank you.
Alright.
That was very generous of you. I did have one question to ask you, though.
Okay.
So, this, you know Anastazius well. You're his traveling companion, correct?
I know him as well as a person who met him 3 days ago would know him.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better than I know him. Other than I've heard of his performances and his stories. And he kind of like just looks off for a minute. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. I did want to ask you. Should I go with like a clean white button-up with a black tie, or should I come with some red roses, or do you think he's more the rugged type?
Okay, you see, I feel like he enjoys that rugged spontaneity. You know, like you wanna wear something that's very easy to take off. You know what I mean?
Oh. He just looks at, he's like, yeah, okay, yeah. So maybe clean up a little bit, but not clean up a lot. Like, cause he's got like blackened soot and dirt all over his face and hands from working on the armor and stuff. Keep that.
No, take a bath. Absolutely
take a bath. Okay. Oh yeah.
But you don't
definitely.
hold tie and button up. Just like a nice, clean shirt, some nice shoes. Shoes are always important and always to your belt.
I'm really glad I got my nice shoes shined the other day.
Yes.
I think
that's
would be
Ilmater's plan. Ilmater wants you to get it tonight. Good for you.
Oh, well, I feel divinely inspired.
He's so generous. Very
Thunder crashes.
Well, thank you. Well, I better hurry and close up shop because and he looks down and he's got all these other orders that are sitting there, and he grabs them slowly and he's like, and he tucks them under these other under the counter. All right, those can wait till tomorrow.
Also, only one rose, because you don't want to look too desperate. You know what I mean? But you still want to flatter him.
Oh, so a little flattery, but not desperation.
Exactly.
You are
taking notes.
You are so helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. I have learned a lot through trial and error.
Well, maybe I'll be seeing you tonight as well.
Okay, sure.
I'll see you. I'll see you soon. And he,
I don't know about all that.
He kind of rushes off, and you can see he kind of putting some last-minute tools away hurriedly, and then kind of sneaks out of a place in the back, leaving you guys with your newly made armor. Well, not newly made, but customized.
But I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I'm a woman of God, thank you.
Okay. So, Lachlan and Diana, you guys have a little bit of time left.
Diana, how much do I owe you?
What? Oh. No, it's alright. You don't owe me anything.
Really? These cool spikes are...
Locke's getting all the stuff for free today.
He's like cashing in. He didn't have to spend. He didn't spend. He bought melons for silver pieces. That's all he did.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna get more of those on the way to the bar, so I can,
I want more melons.
Are you gonna cut them up and put them in your drinks?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Get yourself like
I'm gonna take one and fill it with liquor.
There you go. You can do that. Excellent.
I want one.
All right, so Diana and Lachlan skip over
Thanks,
to purchase some orange peel melons. How many are you guys gonna get? They're 3 silver pieces apiece.
How many can I carry?
Probably. You could probably get 4.
You can probably get about 100 of them because you have the bag of holding.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do have the bag of holding.
you could put some in the bag of holding if you wanted to.
Yes, that's me giving Lachlan really bad ideas.
I'll spend 5 gold.
Oh my god. How many is that?
That's basically 3 per 1 gold.
Yeah.
That's 15 with an extra 16 with 2 silver left over.
Maybe they'll throw in a free one for bulk.
Is 1 per or
Yeah,
3 one per silver piece?
Were they 3 silver or 1 silver? Did I say 3?
1 silver. You said 1 silver.
1 silver.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and you threw in the extra for free.
Yeah, I did throw an extra for free. So okay. So that's 50. That's 50 melons, and he throws in 10 for free. So you got 60 melons. and when you're done, there's only like 3 left in the cart.
You have made the orange peels very rich today.
What have I done? I hate myself.
Give the guy a tip. Give him another gold. Give him something.
Cancel the show. This is an intervention. Just sit you down. Your melon buying has become obsessive.
You said the elk meat was bad.
Lachlan sitting at the bar at a table with a drink and all these just watermelons just sitting all around him, all on the floor, on the table, on the chairs.
Yeah, giving them out, getting people excited about orange peel melons.
Can I take 2 of the smaller ones? And
Absolutely.
Eat plants!
Diana stuffing her splint mail already. She just got the stuff.
Anastazius gonna be like, look at these melons I've got.
Oh, wow. Look at these
Chicken
melons.
fillets. You got melons over here.
Oh, jeez. Is that an episode title? Look at these melons?
Look at these melons. Episode 46.
Gosh.
Orange peel melons. Oh, yeah. All right, so anything else that you guys want to... I know Diana said something about wanting to find some healing potions.
Oh yeah, I could direct her to Maggie, or is it Margie's?
Margie's, yeah. And basically, same kind of scenario happens when you walk in, Diana. You see Miss Margie. She's just got done picking up a crystal ball, and its legs kind of just all of a sudden go inside of it. And this thing is just rubbish, absolute rubbish. And you're able to go in, and she offers you these healing potions. She has 2 left that are greater healing.
Okay.
And she also has a superior available. But she also, like, knowing that you're interested in potions of healing, she actually has 8 regular potions of healing as well in stock. And those are 50 gold pieces a piece.
For 8? 50?
50 for each one, individually. So
Where is Anastazius? I need...
He's sunbathing.
Much gold. How much are the 2 graders?
The 2 graders are 250 gold pieces each.
What's the superior?
The superior is 550.
I'll buy 1 greater and 2 regular.
Okay. So that'll be 350 gold for one of the graders and 2 regular potions.
I just spent like half of my money in one day. Which is
I'm gonna pick up 2 more regulars while we're here.
You'll pick 2 regulars up? Okay, so that's 100 gold, Lachlan.
Gotcha. Thank you.
She looks at you both and she's like, yeah, sure, you don't want any more? What about this one? And she pulls out another potion bottle.
Away from me with your selling things, marketing. You can't trick.
Miss Margie not trying to trick you, not at all. That's rubbish, absolute rubbish. And she holds up this potion. You can see that it has this red liquid inside that's bubbling, and it looks like it has sparks that kind of shoot off the top of the liquid a little bit as you look at it.
Ooh, what's that?
This potion, when you drink it, it makes you as strong as Fire Giant.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's not too interesting. What else you got? That's not very interesting.
Fine, you think it's rubbish? I'll show you another one. She sets it off to the side. She picks up another potion bottle, and it looks like this foggy mist inside of it. When you drink this potion, you turn into a misty form, kind of like a cloud, and you can move about. What's a tough crowd here? My goodness. Absolute rubbish. And she puts that potion down. Well, I've had this one. And she holds out another potion. And she looks at you and she's like, this one, when you drink this one, you shrink very, 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 very small.
I already have a small person right now.
No, dear, smaller than him.
Excuse me.
Smaller than him. Really, 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 really small.
I could get in all. How much is that one?
This one is 700 gold pieces. Low, Miss Margie's price.
Noted.
Your friend here. She's not very pleased with what Miss Margie has to offer her.
I'm trying to haggle. No.
Well, fine. I show you one more.
Okay, one more.
This is not a potion, though. This is something different. This is something way different. And you will like it. I know you will. You will like it. You will like it now.
I better.
And she turns around back and she is rustling through some things and she pulls out what looks to be a lantern. That is a hooded lantern. It means the beam kind of comes out like a flashlight.
Oh, okay.
And the front of the beam has an eyeball on it. And it blinks a few times as it looks at you.
No.
And she sets it down in front of you on the counter and says, this one is special. This, when you have this lantern, even the invisible will be revealed in its light.
Yeah, what's it worth? 5 gold?
This goes somewhere about 750 gold pieces.
I would pay, like, maybe 10. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Like, it's not really,
This is
really
not
that special.
This is not rubbish. This is good quality enchantment.
It looks kind of rubbish. You know, that little creepy blinking eye. I don't know too much about that. You know, like, I would, you know, how about a generous 350?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I will use my advantage and make it a
regular roll. Gotcha.
regular roll.
Regular roll.
Oh, please.
She grabs this lantern and she holds it close. That is insulting. I will not let go of that for that. That is rubbish.
Okay. 400.
Make it 5.
Make it 450.
475. Not a gold piece less.
Agreed.
Deal. You should take it. Take it now.
Thank you, I take it.
Oh, that back and forth.
Lachlan, you're still wondering what exactly you just saw. You strike very hard bargain. Me hope not to see you for at least a couple more days. But then you can come back and visit Miss Margie. I'll be okay with that. That would not be rubbish at all. You can.
Thank you. So now I have a lantern.
Yeah.
Okay. A lantern.
You can write down Lantern of Revealing.
Okay.
Help with Zulkin.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm so proud right now.
Oh yeah.
I learned from the best.
Hey. Thank you, Blitz Graybeard, for the subscription.
Wow, what a guy.
Wow.
Okay, that's sort of awkward because I was in the Citizen Guide and then just popped back over to Twitch and hey, apparently
You subscribed.
Oh, man, I subscribed again.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys are able to get a couple more pieces of equipment and are heading back to Danavar's house for the show. Anastazius. People are starting to show up at Danavar's house, and it's getting to the point where it's getting pretty crowded at this place. The sun has set for the evening, and you can see what was that guy's name? Drawl?
Droll.
Drawl, the half orc man with the eye patch behind the counter. He's got a few helpers, barmaids and other things helping to run drinks out, and it looks like they're getting really busy. He's getting really stressed, but he's used to this whenever you come into town. So he knew to hire a couple extra people for this evening, and he called in all of his reinforcements to make sure they could help out. What would you be doing to prepare for this evening?
Assuming it's like an hour before, it's all heating up. Anastazius is just sitting at kind of like a smallish table, just with his feet up on the table, leaning back, arms behind the head, just relaxing, taking it easy, watching everyone stroll in, greeting people as they come up to him.
And you can see that as you're sitting there, people come up to you. They're a little bit hesitant at first because you're a celebrity. So, it's kind of like that, oh man, I don't know, I don't want to bother him, but I gotta at least go say hi. And, and then so these people are almost like, you got like this little bubble of people aren't sure if they should approach you or not, but yet they're coming back to you. Some are saying hello, you're greeting them. The rest of you, what would you be doing as you're witnessing all of this?
Callista's used to this, but she still freaking hates it, especially when they all get up in his space, which means they get up in my space. So she's sitting behind Anastazius against the wall, kind of like hoping that they'll go into his bubble and not mine, and just watching, smoking my pipe that I took back from Anastazius.
Got you.
Molfin is going to be sitting there, having finished copying. In.
You're cutting out on me, Matthew. What was
a little bit?
What were you saying?
Sorry. Any better?
Yeah.
Yep.
So having completed copying one scroll over, because it takes a whole buttload of time, Molfin is going to be sitting in the furthest corner away from where Ambrosius is, at a table, and just the spell book back out, working on another spell, but now down in public and just working through the entire show, but still being there for the overall atmosphere.
And as you're spending some time, are you working with that red burgundy spellbook that you found?
Yes.
Or that you were gifted?
That new one.
As you're looking at this spellbook, you find out that this is a... Oh, where'd it go? I had it right here. Pardon me. Oh, This is an enduring spell book. It's a spell book. Anything written on its pages can't be damaged by fire or immersion in water. In addition, the spell book doesn't deteriorate with age, which is why it still looks brand new. This book could be super old.
Fascinating. So wonderful. I must speak with Krowen later and thank him again for this.
So you're busy doing that. Diana, anything in particular you're doing here at Danavar's house?
Just having a jolly old time, having a little glass.
Lachlan, anything in particular you'd be doing?
Trying to convince the bartender to start injecting watermelons with liquor so we can get everybody really excited.
He looks at you, he's like, that's actually a pretty great idea.
I'm a broker for the orange peels, so if you want to, get into this long term, we could establish something, but
make a deception check.
Alrighty. I'm trying to get to my sheet.
It's alright.
9.
Well, possibly. There'd be a lot of talks and negotiation going on there. Can we try this? Could we see one of those? So here comes an orange peel, and he starts injecting it. You watch as he just sticks basically a liquor bottle into the side of it, and the bubbles start kind of just emerging into the upside down container, and you can see that this liquor is being poured into the watermelon. He takes it off. You first.
Bottoms up.
Hey, Lachlan, it tastes pretty good. It tastes like a
try,
kind of like a watermelon flavored martini.
Try.
Oh no!
Send one my way and I'll start pushing it.
Anastazius, you should get a load of this.
So he starts to drink. He takes a little sip because he knows he has to work a lot today. Well, there could be something here. It's brilliant. And it's about that time that the door opens, and Diana, you notice a man walk through the door. He looks like he's cleaned up a bit. It's the smith from earlier. I think his name was Arfred or something like that. For some reason, my notebook closed whenever I was going through those scrolls, so I missed all their names.
It's gonna be Al.
Yeah,
Big Al.
Yeah, Arfred. Arfred's his name.
Arfred.
Yeah, he walks in, and you can see that he has cleaned himself up a bit. He's got a nicer shirt on, and he has a single rose.
Yeah.
In his
Like
hands.
the Bachelor.
Yeah. He kind of does that thing where he walks in the door closes, and he just kind of like looking left and right, like looking around at everybody that's here.
I'll let him with us.
Oh, he looks towards you. He waves and starts walking and heading your way, and passes Lachlan at the bar with a bunch of watermelons.
Give him more.
Draw's sitting there like dumping alcohol into the watermelons as they're getting ready. And he approaches and so how do I look? Does this work?
You look perfect. You look stunning. I would unbutton, the last button though. Like reveal some chest.
Oh, okay. And he sits there. How's that?
Yeah.
How's that? Yeah.
You can go more.
A little bit more? Okay. One more.
A little bit more.
A little bit more? Okay.
It looks like a romance
That's
novel.
He's just like unbuttoning his entire chest.
He's like, my goodness, I'm almost down to my belly button here.
Okay, then you're good. That's what he likes.
That's good. Oh, that's what he likes? Okay. Sure.
Pretty sure.
Oh, there he is. He's sitting right over there. Oh.
It's less things for him to have to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he didn't start yet. He's not on a break or anything, right? I mean,
I don't think the show has started yet. I mean, I don't know.
I just want to make sure I get a good seat.
Oh yeah, sure. Where are we seated? Are we seated at our decent spot?
It's
to see the crowd?
you're kind of like probably mid-bar. There is a stage set up in the back that, traveling minstrels and bards use all the time here at Denivar's house. So there are a couple of chairs up there. There are a few people who are sitting in, but it's mainly still people kind of rush basically the stage once Anastazius. He's used to it. As soon as they see him get up out of his seat and start walking up there, it's going to be like a mad rush to see who gets those seats. So a couple people who have been here before thinking, yeah, I'll get a seat quick.
Okay, is there still seats left?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, then I'll bring my buddy up there and we'll find some good seats.
You're like pulling him, you're grabbing his arm and you're pulling him across, and his eyes are like locked on Anastazius as you're pulling him across. And then Anastazius,
I'm going to be setting up a little area to begin with where people can, give me money, love letters, unmentionables, just toss them up there.
So, do you have like the case that you carry your musical instrument in? Is there like a case that you can like open up on the front?
There is a case.
Okay,
yes,
so yeah, you got this open case. You can see that people are walking up and they are throwing coin in it already, even before you've started your performance. Some of these people that have heard of your reputation. You notice also several of the guards from the Moongleam Tower have walked in. They've clocked out for their shift for the day or have taken a break. And eventually you watch as Krowen himself walks in. He's kind of using his staff as, kind of like limping along with his staff, using it as like a cane as he walks in and looks around and spots Molfin over there in the corner and smiles a bit and heads on over towards Molfin. Seems like the brunt of the crowd has arrived.
All right, in preparation. Anastazius is going to head out back, let his hair down. This beautiful pink, rose pink flowing hair that's, about essentially nipple height. Just fluffs it up a little bit. Doing a bit of makeup with his, he does have a disguise kit, so he's probably proficient with makeup.
Oh yeah, Anastazius would be.
And as, I guess, Callista saw before, casting Unseen Servant twice.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, is the piano and the cello set up on the stage?
Yes, they were definitely set up and arranged per your arrangement with Drawl to have those set up. So yeah, definitely piano and cello ready to rock.
Beautiful. While I'm out the back, I sent my unseen servants out. One to sit down at the piano, the other to grasp the cello, and begin playing while I'm not there.
Oh, so you got some intro music going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys instantly start hearing this beautifully melodic music. The low tones of the cello as it just seems like it's playing itself right there on the stage. So the rest of you, it's kind of a shock and surprise. Callista, you've seen this before. This isn't a surprise to you. Those who know Anastazius and have seen him before have kind of seen this. They know what's going on. But Diana, the guy next to you, he's just like, oh, that's amazing.
That is amazing. Wow.
So basically, the whole audience is just floored by this, and Krowen sitting next to Molfin is like, "That's pretty impressive."
Yes, it seems to be a bit of a dabbler.
Yeah. Unseen servants.
Yes, rather rudimentary, but most interesting use. I must admit, I've never thought of using them in that manner.
Yeah, very creative, I must say.
Yes.
I guess that's why he's the bard.
This is true, and that and
they use a different side of the brain, don't they? It's like
Well, depending on how many bards you've spoken with, I mean, do they really even have brains?
That is so funny, Molfin. I don't know.
I still have yet to learn on this one.
Could I have heard that, Snipe?
Make a perception check with disadvantage because there's loud music playing right now.
Okay.
Loud melodic music and a crowd of people.
Ooh, when Anastazius.
Yes, you actually have heard that.
Can I just do like a really quick 2-second rain cloud over his head for that?
With Molfin?
Yeah, with my druidcraft.
Yeah. So Molfin, all of a sudden, it starts raining on your head.
And then it stops. And it's gone when you look up.
Krowen looks up too. Is the roof leaking?
Would I have any idea where that came from?
Make an Arcana check. We'll call it Arcana.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Damn. You know exactly who did it, too.
You look right over towards Callista.
Molfin's gonna go into his inner pocket, pull out one of his little pouches, pull out his old spell book, rip off a corner page, and just start writing something down on it.
Okay.
And then take a couple of moments, tie the little pouch off, and make a couple of hand gestures on the pouch, and cast his own unseen servant to send it off to deliver it to Callista. While muttering to the pouch the first of the spells he copied into his spell book.
Oh, goodness. What is
Glyph of Warding.
Oh, no.
For when the pouch is eventually opened.
So, a pouch is just floating across the room.
But I saw who it came from, right? Because I was watching him.
Yeah, you were watching him the whole time. You saw him. He was just staring at you while he was doing this. Like, it's almost like he was ripping and just looking right at you and just getting this stuff ready. And then all of a sudden he just holds out the pouch and it just starts to move towards you. It's like bumping into people as it's on its way towards you.
But you also saw him appear to write something down on the actual piece of paper.
So it's moving across the room towards you, Callista. And about this time, Lachlan, you've got a couple of your watermelons ready to go. Are you charging people for these, or are you passing them out? You just like...
I'm just being generous, getting in the mood of the place.
Alright, so Lachlan is walking around just handing people orange peel melons that are filled with liquor.
Giving out sketchy watermelons, you know?
You can see some of the guards from the Harper Tower, Moongleam Tower, taking them. Like, oh, this is great. Just start kind of chugging it down, getting into the vibe, the mood of the evening. About this time, all of a sudden this pouch shows up next to you, Callista.
Mm-hmm.
Just stops right in front of you.
Can I do an insight on Molfin?
Of course.
Of course you can.
I'm across the room.
You've been around Molfin long enough, Callista.
Okay.
That most likely
This is retaliation.
he's a gnome.
That says it all. That says it all. He's a gnome.
But even though you sense that, you also know that Molfin wouldn't do anything to harm his friends.
Or to,
Okay.
get himself killed by Callista.
Yeah. Molfin he did snap recently. No.
Yeah.
We all remember he snapped and went
he did.
a little loony for a little while, but the vibe that you guys are getting is he's got himself kind of wrapped back under control. There's no saying that he could slip back into that, but he has been on the up and up this day in Everlund, and seems to be the meeting at Moongleam Tower seemed to calm him down a bit, excite him, energize him.
I will take the pouch, but I'm gonna hold Dispel Magic because I think it's a darkness spell.
Okay.
Because that's usually how he messes with me.
Okay, sure. So you're
So
kind
I
of
will
holding.
take I'll take the pouch.
Okay, so she grabs.
But I'm
onto
still
the pouch.
eyeing him as I'm opening it.
Oh, you're gonna open it up?
Yeah, I'm holding Dispel Magic if it's something
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. The minute you open the pouch, Callista,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you see this magical flash.
Oh no. Dispel Magic.
And then above you, there is a sheet of grease that just falls on top of you before you get a chance. And you and about 5 other people are covered in grease from head to toe.
Party.
That saves me greasing them up later. So.
And you're looking over, and Molfin is just laughing hysterically in his chair.
Callista will remember this.
Oh.
Like you tried to do Dispel Magic like as soon as you saw it coming, but it was like almost instantaneously just fell like a sheet of grease, just like when Moby and Lachlan had that conversation. He did it to them. So
I remember that.
Yes, I remember.
A couple people were just like shocked and just looking around. They're dripping with this nasty greenish dark liquid, the yellowish grease that's falling off of them. I gotta go clean up. What happened?
From across the room here. Don't worry, folks. It's part of the show.
Blue Man Group.
Yeah, there's also part of the show where I kill a gnome. Want to watch?
Oh, a fight? One of them was like, Anastazius doesn't usually have this kind of a. Is that grease? I didn't. This must be new.
I take a look at Anastazius and then back up Molfin, and then I'm like, I'm not doing this to him, and I just leave the bar.
Alright, so you sludge and your greasy mess outside of the bar, and Anastazius, it's about that time.
So Anastazius is backstage, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna send out an image of himself out onto the stage.
Okay.
Looks like him, sounds like him, smells like him.
You just hear the roars of the crowd. Now, does it just like appear, or does it walk and then?
No, it's because it's a major image. I can alter it so it looks like it's moving out there.
Okay, so
like
basically, it just
me
looks like you walked into the
walking out.
room, walking out. Yeah.
Yes.
As you walk in, like you can hear the roars inside. People are standing and clapping and just cheering. Flowers being tossed in the air. People losing their drinks. Just dumping their drinks over just to stand up, just to catch a glimpse of Anastazius as the image makes its way onto the stage. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We didn't lose him, did we?
And Anastazius gets covered in a darkness spell.
Apparently the image slipped on the grease that Molfin put down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And he will be right back, everybody. It usually takes him just a moment.
I'm outside cleaning myself off with water with.
Anastazius.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So you're able to cast this
And
incantation.
Druidcraft, like, clean myself off, dry myself off.
Oh, piece of cake. You're able to do that. You're creating this nice little whirlwind gust of wind that kind of continues to kind of willow around. It's like just kind of blow dry yourself off and everything.
Water bending and air bending at the same time. It's
exactly. You're walking through the D&D car wash.
Yeah.
As you get yourself cleaned up. And yeah, you can hear the roar of the crowd inside. The familiar roars that you're used to from Anastazius and his performances.
I am feeling a bit anxious right now. Just familiarity.
Gotcha. Diana, you can see that the chairs have gotten very packed up front, and
oh yeah.
The man sitting next to you is looking at you. Arfred says, "Do you think I should give this to him personally, or should I just go ahead up and put it in his case?"
Oh, personally, of course, personally. I'll introduce you to after the show.
Oh, great! That sounds wonderful.
Right.
Just look at him.
No, I am here for this. I am here for Alfred, and Anastazius to get together. You know what I mean? I ship it.
This guy's gonna turn out to be an assassin. Funny.
Don't do it. Anastazius can handle it. Anastazius would be into it. It's me. Antonio is a nice name though. But
Antonio.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, when Anastazius is on stage, I was wondering if I could do a little fairy fire around the stage, and it'll light up everybody and everything. I don't know. It's
absolutely
cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So yeah, you kind of cast this fairy fire targeting the stage, and the stage just starts to glow with this radiant light.
Okay, I want when he made his big entrance, so he would come out and be draped in fairy fire, and it would just go everywhere.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So everybody can, if you decide to attack the stage as well, you can have advantage on your attack roll.
Yes!
It's not happening.
Would Molfin have seen Callista walk out and apparently walk back in?
Yeah, she looks much cleaner when she walks back in.
I've settled into a dark corner, but I'm still I'm aware of what's happening. I've seen this before, so she's not.
Okay.
She's listening because she hasn't heard it in a while, but she's pulled out a letter and started reading and just listening at the same time.
Is she off by herself a little bit in this corner?
Yep. Definitely. She wants to be as far away. I don't know how much space is in this place, but I want to have a bubble if possible, or at least some space where no one's touching me would be nice.
Molfin's going to look for a spot within a couple of feet of her. How easy would it be for me to get over there? How packed is this place?
You can weave through and get back over towards her. Yeah.
Oh, Molfin's going to take a few moments to excuse himself from Krowen and go up to Callista.
Okay.
I may not have thought that one 100% through. It seemed like a good idea at the moment.
Great idea.
Well, it started to rain. I figured turnabout was fair play.
I gave you 2 drops of water. You're such a baby.
You had a choice. It was either grease or a massive stone fist reaching out of the ground and punching you.
How?
Those were what I have prepared for today.
Did you have to do anything at all? I heard you insulting Anastazius. I'm not going to let that slide, Molfin.
It's not an insult if it's true.
It's not true.
Oh, it does not quite seem to be all there from our interactions.
You don't know him.
No, you're right, I do not. He is a rather odd individual, though, one must admit.
He's not odd. He's Anastazius. That's all that matters. Don't insult
off
him
on the
again
sort of
in my
scratch his
earshot.
head.
He's important to me.
Fair enough.
And I said, I'm just like looking back down at the letter.
Okay.
Molfin, you would know this is Moby's letter.
Seeing that, where are the stairs?
Just towards the back of the room, behind the bar area.
Molfin just sort of looks at what Callista's doing and bang, just up the stairs and gone.
Misty steps out of the area. Callista, you just see out of your peripheral vision, he just goes poof and vanishes.
I'm still reading the letter.
All right. Anastazius, you're back.
Yes. Sorry, my
as
computer decided to update right in the middle of when I was talking.
Sorry. Anastazius, as your image was walking in, Diana actually cast fairy fire on you to enhance your image even more as you're glowing with a radiant light as well.
Thank you. Wow.
And it's gonna like flow out and dance around you and the other musicians.
My unseen servants, yes.
Yeah, the
So now
unseen
they're
servants
seen
become
servants.
they're seen servants. That's right.
I mean, they don't have to. They can make a dexterity saving throw, and we can find out which one.
Are they creatures?
No, they all look like me.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
that copy.
They're just this outline of a glowing tiefling behind the piano
So there's
and the
4
cello.
of them, because there's the major image, the 2 unseen servants, and him.
Yeah,
I'm at the back. I haven't come out.
Oh,
yet,
okay, so
but
there's
what
3
I
of-
was going to do.
Okay.
There's three of Anastasius at the moment. What I was going to do though is cast Disguise Self
Okay.
and just kind of like I stand there and I begin to just focus a little bit, and at the back my image changes to that of like this, I don't know, half-orc honey essentially. I'm fine. I got my nice long tusks. I'm looking good.
Okay.
And with that, I'm going to use that to slip out into the center of the crowd.
Okay. Yeah, you have no problem blending in with the crowd that is gathered, and they're just at the foot of the stage, just in awe of what they're seeing and the music that they hear and all the divine light that is glowing from around the room, and seeing these invisible yet glowing figures, tiefling figures playing musical instruments and watching your image. They're just enthralled. And you're just standing there enjoying it, or
I'm standing there enjoying myself, yes, as I'm going to do.
Anastasius enjoying his own show.
As 10 minutes passed into Anastasius dancing, the unseen/seen servants playing the cello and on the piano, the major image just begins to fizzle out. Like it just bursts into this like shower of sparks and fairy dust
Nice.
type of substances, and
You hear a gasp as the crowd's like, "What happened?"
the music begins to slow down, right down into this low kind of reverberating pitch, and then it begins to build up and up and up, and Anastazius is going to drop his disguised self and appear as himself in the center of the crowd, and the music begins to get into its full peak, and he grabs the closest person and begins to dance with them. And leads them into a dance.
Go ahead and describe what this person looks like, Anastazius, because it's basically his bar is crowded. So, who are you reaching out to?
The closest female I can see.
Okay.
I'll leave
Alright.
it up to your volition as to who this
Just
person would be.
Brunette woman. Seemed to be well cleaned up, ready for the performance. You just kind of grab a hold of her and just start dancing away. Got 2 foot tall goblin woman.
Gum gum? Gum Gum, is that you?
Gum Gum is here in Everlund. Oh my god.
Can we roll to see if she's married and about to get he's about to get knocked out by the husband?
With Anastazius, the husband would be like applauding.
Good job.
So the crowd begins to like make space as like this makeshift dance floor begins to open up in the center of the tavern, and Anastazius is leading this woman around. And after the dance is complete, after 30 seconds or so, he begins to circle the center of the dance floor and grab the next person out from the crowd and begin to dance with them.
Okay, the next person you grab is Lachlan.
Wonderful. I grab him and I pull him up close to me, so his head is like, I don't know, around my chest, midsection level. I just hold him close, and the music slows down a little bit into like this somber, kind of like romantic mood. Just begin to sway, and I tell everyone, grab your loved ones and dance with them.
The Alfred looks at you, Diana is like, oh, he was like standing right almost next to us the whole time. Oh my goodness.
Incredible. He's very handsome.
Would you dance with me?
Oh, sure.
Alright, so you kind of take up and you start dancing with Alfred, and he's kind of like glancing over towards Anastazius, and you can feel like he's kind of nudging you, almost like he's like pulling you a little bit closer to where Anastazius is dancing with Lachlan.
The show is still going on, and I can't introduce you now.
I'm gonna custom message to Lachlan.
Okay.
I'm going to throw you in the air, but I will catch you. Trust me.
Okay.
Having a short day.
So as everyone's watching, I grasp Lachlan and just kind of toss him up into the air. It's the most graceful looking thing that you've ever seen. Just this gnome flying through the air.
Okay.
And then on the way back down, Anastazius grabs him and leads him back into a twirl.
Here's what I want to happen though. I want Lachlan to make a performance check for us to see how nice he can make his graceful pose in the air. As
would he have advantage?
Because you're helping him. Sure.
While I'm in the air, I also want to use minor illusion to like a burst around me of like sparks.
Nice.
Yeah, sparkles.
Here's my performance check.
Where I go?
It's average. It's average. Anastazius, you've seen when you toss people up before. He was lighter than normal. You were able to toss him up there pretty easy, but his posing, and he's just not used to this sort of thing.
He just won't be in my next act. It's that obvious. You don't have the talent. You just...
Oh, shucks.
You've been demoted already, Lachlan. All right, and people are just like, the people were amazed though. They're just like, oh my goodness, did you see that? Oh, and the sparks and the sparkling. Oh my goodness, this show has everything.
As I'm dancing,
I was gonna do something.
Kloppany says in chat, is the music being played a little Bee Gee-ish?
Bee Gee. Oh jeez.
I would think so. No. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Callista's gonna take one last look at the letter, put it in her cloak, and approach Anastazius for a dance.
All right. So as you catch Lachlan and set him down a little bit disappointed in his performance, you sort of...
I killed it!
You find a way to cast... You kind of find a way to cast Lachlan off to the side, and Callista stands in front of you.
As he lands, I twirl him, and he keeps twirling.
Tasmanian devil.
As he twirls back into the crowd, he gets picked up by another female woman who takes him off and starts dancing with him.
Literally picked up?
No, like just...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she just scoops him up. I'm taking you home.
I give Lachlan a wink.
Oh, an adult!
Yeah, and Callista stands in front of you, Anastazius.
May I have this dance?
Of course. I grab her, and the music starts to begin like this waltz kind of sound.
Oh, right. A nice waltz.
Going to this little 3-step kind of.
And the rest of the group that's around you all transition into a waltz dance. And it's at this point, Callista and Anastazius, you start to both. It's kind of like as you're dancing, the world around you seems to stop. And you all start to remember all the taverns and all the bars and all the places that you've been to together. And it's almost like those images flash behind your dancing silhouettes. As you can see, bar, tavern. It's like this montage of places where you guys have shared these performances, these dances before. And it's just that moment, it seems like all time just kind of stops and slows down for a bit, and it's almost like there's no one else in the room. And then eventually you guys bump into another couple, and
oh yeah, I would have definitely because I know his spiel, but I just wanted to take a few moments and then go back to where I was.
Sure. Anastazius picks up another individual and continues his performance.
After a few rounds of that, I'm going to make my way back onto the stage, grab my bandoneon, and begin to play it for the crowd.
All right, go ahead and make a performance check for us, Anastazius.
Look, we got 9 minutes left or so. Nat 20. I'll use
So what's it, like a 45?
Yeah, pretty much.
I called it, just saying.
28?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this playing of this instrument, you are a perfectionist and a master at this musical instrument. And you just have everybody in awe as they're hearing the beautiful melodic tones come from this instrument. And you still have the cello and the piano backing you up in a way that just like, it's like no other. It's like you guys have practiced your entire lives together, and it's just beautiful music.
I'm going to use a little thaumaturgy to make my eyes sparkle and change from color to color to color. From reds to greens to pinks. My eyes are just fluttering with all these different colors.
People are just amazed at the imagery. They don't know how you do it or how on earth you make things work the way that you do, but it's an amazing performance.
Nearing the end, I'm going to do something else just quickly. I'm going to take some time to look out onto the crowd.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Can use this.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Rolling performance feature.
If you perform for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience by singing, reciting a poem, or dancing. At the end of a performance, choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of you who watched and listened, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell DC or be charmed by you. Okay. The way I'm gonna do this, Anastazius, is how many of those people can you can target your charisma modifier?
So there would be 5 of them.
Okay. So who in fact are you targeting in particular?
Please let it be Diana. Please let it be Diana.
Krowen is there? Is he not?
He
I'd
is.
like to attempt to charm him.
Okay.
As one of them.
Okay. That will be one.
Sure, why not? Let's go Diana.
Diana will be one. So
and
3
Ashlyn.
more. Ashlyn?
Yes.
Okay.
Arton, was it? No. Was it? I can't remember his name.
Arfred.
Arfred.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alfred, yes. I'm thinking of the other one.
Yeah, not the other Arvid.
Okay, he's gonna automatically fail his check.
And Lachlan, just for fun.
Okay, everybody needs to make A wisdom saving throw against Anastasius's DC.
You can choose to fail it.
Yeah, you can choose.
Quite choose to fail mine.
This is versus magic, right? Or is it?
Not really.
It's not really a
spell.
magical. Is it a spell? No, it's a.
It's effect, like ability.
Yeah.
Oh, it says it's charged with seductive fey magic.
Fey
right?
magic, yeah.
Yeah, fey magic. It is a magic then.
I think I get advantage then.
I just
Because you
realized
have
half elf and
gnome
just-
cunning.
No, I'm
Abuse.
cunning.
Let's see how Krowen does. He does have a good number
doesn't
on
help.
that. Oh, yeah, Lachlan, you fail your save. Krowen passes.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's my Archmage, bro.
Ooh.
How's Sarah? How's Ashlyn do?
Okay, so I have a mechanical question because both me and Ashlyn are elves and thus immune to being charmed. Or well, I'm a half elf, she's an elf, so we're both immune to being charmed. So can we like?
I don't. Is a half elf immune to being charmed?
I'm
or is
pretty sure, but I can check really fast.
I thought
You
it
have
might be just
I think
elves.
you have advantage.
Okay.
You're immune to sleep for sure,
Mhm.
as a half.
Okay.
But I think you might have advantage on being charmed as a half elf.
Let's see.
Yeah, fey ancestry advantage on saving.
Advantage on saving throws, yeah.
If
Yeah.
Ashlyn was, if I knew Ashlyn was a full elf, I probably wouldn't attempt it on her. If I knew that, but if I didn't, I'll do it anyway.
Yeah,
You would know.
You would know.
You'd know.
Yeah. But you can pick another if you'd like.
Let's go Droll, the barkeep.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, elves are not immune. They just have advantage.
Elves have advantage.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
keep it.
Fey
Ashlyn.
ancestry, you have advantage on saving
Sleep
throws
that they're
against
immune
charmed.
to.
Yeah, sleep they're immune.
The draw is going to fail his. And do one of you, Diana, you have access to Ashlyn's character sheet as well, right, Zos?
Dude, do you want me to roll for her,
Yeah,
or do you
he-
think that she would naturally let herself fail?
She would probably choose to fail.
Yeah.
She probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
She would, yeah, she would probably choose to fail.
She'd be like, oh.
Knowing the information I know about her backstory too, she would fail.
Ooh, that's great.
What's up, Matthew?
Yeah.
You got something?
I am literally, and I think I don't know if Christy ever watched the Big Three, or read the Big Three. Did you ever read Bleach?
Yes.
I am completely forgetting the guy's name. He worked with Ginjo during the Fullbring arc. The guy who modified people's memories and had them all with him. You know who I'm talking about, though,
Yes.
right? Guess what? You brought him into the bloody party. It is literally Molfin has become Ichigo, and the rest of the party is all like, "Oh, you're so wonderful," as they've all failed their roles, whether they chose to deliberately or didn't.
And I just noticed this too, that even if the target succeeds on its saving throw, it has no hint that you tried to charm it.
Wow.
So even Krowen, an Archmage, has no idea that you tried to do any kind of fey magical effect on him. That's pretty impressive.
Anastazius is brilliant. This guy, his music is so powerful. Never heard anything like it. He's a genius.
Draw comes up to you, he puts his hand over your shoulder, and he's like, he is.
A genius of our time.
He's an absolute genius. You know, you two have a lot in common. Well, maybe not so much. But anyway, it's just, isn't he just a beautiful man? I mean, look what he can do.
Lord, I know. Just
Brilliant.
look at that hair and those eyes. I mean, wow.
And Arfred's like, I've got to go give him my rose now.
I have another flower I could give him.
You... The draw looks at Arfred and you say, and Draw actually tries to take Arfred's flower.
No.
to run
I
up to give. So he reaches out. Diana, you smack his hand away.
No, I do.
Diana smacks his hand away. Wait, you trying to take my? This is for him, not for you. I was gonna give it to you. Give him to him. I was gonna give it to him for you.
Incorrect. Not happening. Oh.
Oh, isn't he amazing? And he drinks out of a watermelon.
Alfred, go. Go.
And Alfred rushes up with his flower. He's approaching Anastazius, and he puts it behind his back as he's approaching. And he walks up. He's like, walks up to you, Anastazius, looking up at you on the stage. Are you still on the stage at this point?
Yes, certainly am.
And he just...
My eyes are changing from color to color to color.
And as he's just glaring into your eyes, changing color, he holds up this rose to you. And just holds it out towards your image, towards you standing up there.
I extend my hand out to him, but I reach past the flower and grab him on the back of the head and bring him in and begin to kiss him.
And at that point, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Storm King's Thunder, episode 46. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Well played.
Well played episode. Oh my goodness.
Anastazius is hilarious.
What was that, Zoss?
I said everyone is a hoe for Anastazius, and that is what we hope.
I disagree with that sentence. Not everyone.
At
At least there's still one respectable individual in this party.
You're just playing hard to get. But he's going to soon.
You don't see Callista going gaga.
Try.
Excellent.
I am not half convinced that Callista is not already gaga. And has been gaga for quite some time.
I will agree wholeheartedly with Diane on this, with Sauce on this one. As you know, I said he might have no brain, and I get rained on.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Awesome, guys. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight, who's hanging out with us. We had Poman at 8:35. We had Kloppity in here with us tonight. We had Josh Pozaz. Welcome, guys. We're so glad that you hung out during the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget that we are now casting for Curse of Strahd. That'll take place in November with Dungeon Master Sarah. And you can tune in each Monday night for Tomb of Annihilation with Dungeon Master Matthew as he continues to roll the party. They spent a lot of time not moving last episode. It was a very interesting episode.
And well, not this week. This Monday, because of due to some dental work being done, I'm going to be borderline comatose. So actually, Sarah is running a one-shot for us this Sunday, this Monday night.
All right, very cool. Yeah.
So we will be back to see what's happening with the currently exhausted and, for some individuals, potential deathbed situations that they're dealing with. So
yeah, it's gonna get it's gonna get really good. Because I think they have to do a long rest to get each one of those points of exhaustion taken off, right? It's like one...
yeah.
So it's going to take a little while for them to get moving again. But it was funny. Very funny. Very funny episode.
There's bad acid trips. It's all over the place.
Also, guys, don't forget about Mystic Hour on Thursday nights. I think you're going to be off this next Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday I'm dropping down to Seattle for PAX West.
Right,
so if you guys are down, you might see me there.
Oh yeah, she'll be at PAX West, and we'll do a vodcast on Thursday of the most recent episode of Mystic Hour if you missed it. So you can tune in on Thursday and check that out. Don't forget about dicebard.com. Check them out.
Probo.
Dicebard, Probo.
Yeah, use that coupon code Probo, and you can type in !Dicebard in the chat to get a link to that site. JJ has been diligently going through the applications for Waterdeep, which is going to start in about a month. It's about a month,
pretty much about a month from this date.
Yeah, so about a month. We'll be launching Waterdeep Dragon Heist here on Proficiency Bonus, so make sure you tune in. That will be on Wednesday nights. So we're excited about that. Anything else? Insight check. Are they going to be live tomorrow?
Want to go, but yes.
I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but it's getting rather interesting over there with our Insight check friends. So you may want to go check that out and check out some of their previous episodes on their YouTube channel as you do. You'll definitely don't want to miss the last episode. It was pretty intense.
Yep.
So that being said, does anybody else have any other things that we need to throw out there real quick before we head off?
Nat 20.
Oh, the Nat 20 for the week.
Nat 20.
What do you guys think about the Nat 20?
I thought it was really interesting getting to see like Molfin with the Harpers. That was a cool development.
I was just gonna give it to Molfin for the
brewing in
grease.
the background for a while. And finally came to, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. I was gonna go for the DM with what's her name? Maggie.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like that character a lot.
Rubbish or something.
Well, that's just rubbish.
Rubbish.
I love it. Oh, and that interaction, like she finally met someone her match with Diana. Like, man, Diana is that. She reminded me of Vex from Critical Role.
Yes, nailing it.
Always like dropping the prices on things.
That's funny. Oh wow, Diana finds a secret talent for bartering.
As they kept on going back and forth.
Back and forth. Yeah, that back and forth was good.
Yeah, we got to see the organizational side of the Harpers this week with Molfin and that communication that he had. That was pretty neat.
Cloppity says, "Well, I can never give a nat 20 to the DM, so I'll go Molfin too."
Yeah, I don't know what I did to Cloppity, but man, I can't win with Cloppity. Yeah, we'll give it to Molfin for next week. So Molfin, you'll have the nat 20 for next week, as we'll finish up this evening of performance in mystical bardship from Anastazius, as he busts out his top of the line skills for everybody here at Daniver's house. Ah, man.
And what devious plots he has seducing the entire party.
Extremely devious. Extremely devious.
So, if you ever find yourself in a crowded tavern with a tiefling standing before you, and all of a sudden you just start to see floating instruments playing this mystical music, and you feel this just pressure and sudden urge come across you to throw things onto the stage.
Your body.
Like
Your body.
Roz.
Your body. Yeah, all that stuff.
Small gnomish rogues.
Small gnomish rogues. Don't forget, you're probably going to need to add your proficiency bonus. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next week.
I love you. Bye.